왜 그런 거야 I'm okay just the way I am I'm okay with what I do 지금이 들어도 상관없는데 이 끝이 없는 조언들 너만한 necessity 고맙지만 고맙지 않은데 You know I don't want to know I don't want no more no more I don't want to know Gotta get up now Gotta get up now I don't have to know Gotta get up now Get up, yeah I'm okay Just the way I am You know I'm okay Just the way I am You know
What's up, fam? Chilling with your boy Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Ako sa namtlakase reberekisa generator. Let's go.
Famous Naomi P. Umkabayi Gamakusazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOCWE List. My name is Lucy List.
I'm okay just the way I am I'm okay with what I do 지금이 들어도 상관없는데 이 끝이 없는 조언들 너만한 necessity 고맙지만 고맙지 않은데 You know I don't want to know I don't want no more no more I don't want to know Gotta get up now Gotta get up now I don't have to know Gotta get up now Get up, yeah Everybody says 너의 꿈을 찾아 Right here, right now 더디 찾으면 안 되는 걸까 왜 그런 거야 I'm okay just the way I am I'm okay with what I do 지금이 들어도 상관없는데 이 끝이 없는 조언들 너만한 necessity 고맙지만 고맙지 않은데 You know I don't want to know I don't want no more no more I don't want to know Gotta get up now Gotta get up now I don't have to know
Good morning, South Africa. Welcome to yet another amazing and fantastic episode of Vooka Breakfast Show, and also Konalapa Luga Underground Radio. Good morning to you too. It's another fantastic Wednesday. It's out and sunny. The sun is shining and making sure that we bask under it. So today we'll be starting off with our picture of the day, which is an amazing place called Agatha Crocodile Ranch. Now, Agatha Crocodile Ranch, just outside of Tzaneen in Limpopo, is a long-running family-owned crocodile farm founded in 1978, where visitors can enjoy guided tours, watch feeding shows, and even hold baby crocodiles while learning about the Nile crocodile conservation, all set against the backdrop of a scenic avocado estate. Now, the Empress, and then after that, we'll be having an amazing guest today. Now, we're having somebody from the world of Rastafarian who'll be bringing us some amazing goodies, and she goes by the name of Empress Zamokuba Khatebe. She deals with African Indigenous Enterprise, which is a visionary, where she is a visionary founder of the produce and is also into agro-processing and wellness, committed to preserving Africa's ancestral food heritage and inspiring a return to natural living. Now, she is also rooted in philosophies of Ubuntu and Ukuphila Kahle, which is living well. She bridges traditional knowledge with modern wellness and innovation to nourish both body and spirit. Now, right now, we'll be taking a quick break, and after that, we'll be coming back with your news and sports headlines.
Once again, a very good morning. Let's fill you in with some of your latest news headliner. Starting off with your first headliner, Orlando Stadium renamed Orlando Amstel Arena. Orlando Stadium, home of Orlando Pirates for over 65 years, has been renamed Orlando Amstel Arena. The announcement was made by Chairman Dr. Ivan Koza during a press conference. Amstel secured the stadium's naming rights as part of a 5-year sponsorship deal signed last August. On the next next news headline, March and March movement rejects violence incitement charges. The March and March movement has criticized the state's decision to charge its founder, Jacinta Ngobese Zuma, with incitement to commit violence, calling it disappointing and a diversion from real issues. Alongside Operation Dudula and the Umkhonto weSizwe Party, the group faces charges linked to protests outside Durban Eddington Primary School. Attorney Xolani Zuma argued that the state is targeting citizens instead of addressing problems like hijacked buildings occupied by illegal immigrants. Ngobese Zuma denied wrongdoing, accusing police of heavy-handed tactics, and said the NPA will decide whether to prosecute or dismiss the case. On your last news headline, Gauteng Scholar Transport, 94% vehicles fail inspections. The Gauteng Department of Roads and Transport revealed shocking results from recent Scholar Transport inspection. 94% of vehicles failed roadworthiness tests. Conducted at Jabulani testing station, inspectors found widespread non-compliance, including expired licenses, missing permits, defective seat belts, cracked window screens, smooth tires, and faulty shock absorbers. Out of 51 vehicles checked, only 3 passed. The inspection followed a tragic crash on the R53 Golden Highway that killed 14 children. MEC Kidiboni Diale Tlabela condemned the findings, warnings operators of fines, impoundments, and prosecution. The department pledged further inspection to protect the pupils and urged communities to report unsafe vehicles. That's all for your news headline. Now heading over to your sports news. On marathon, Greg Gossop, Hollywood Athletics Club is not a buying club. Hollywood AC has faced criticism as a buying club after signing top runners like Dijana and Mutibi. Club manager Gossop insists that the focus is long-term development and not short-term wins, highlighting coaching, youth growth, and values. The new recruits bring comrades winning experience while mentoring future athletes with the goal of a sustained podium success over the next decade. Heading over to your football news, Pep Guardiola backs Bernardo Silva as Man City big game spark. Bernardo Silva returned, showcased his leadership and intensity, embodying Guardiola's trust in him despite modest stats. Guardiola values Silva's mentality, consistency, and influence as captain, highlighting his role in guiding a younger squad. With crucial fixtures ahead, Silva remains central to City's plans, bringing fire, humility, and experience. On your next football headline, Mamelodi Sundowns FC to take legal action following altercation involving the sporting director. Mamelodi Sundowns condemned the assault on sporting director Fleming Berg after 2-2 draw with Al Hilal. The club vowed to pursue legal actions against those involved, stressing respect and discipline among supporters. Sundowns emphasized their focus on retaining the league title and competing in cup tournaments, urging fans to show encouragement rather than intimidation. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more sports and news updates throughout the show, and don't forget to use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show and send your voice note on 0604933226. Now let's head over to your traffic update and see what is happening on the road to keep you safe. Starting off with the KZN traffic on the N2 between Kwamashu interchange and Umdloti interchange. There are roadworks in both directions. Lanes are restricted, so please approach with caution. On the N3 between EB Klute interchange and the M13 exit at Paradise Valley, roadworks continue in both directions. Expect restricted lanes and drive carefully. Now coming over to Gauteng traffic, there is a crash on the N1 southbound at Old Johannesburg Road. The left shoulder is closed. Reduce speed and stay alert. Another crash on the N3 northbound just before Gililis interchange. The left shoulder is affected. Please proceed with caution. There is a stationary vehicle on the N1 northbound at Main Reef Road that is blocking the left lane. No visuals yet, so be extra careful in that area. There's also a second stationary vehicle on the N1 northbound at Main Reef Road, this time blocking the right lane. Again, there are no visuals available. Slow down and stay vigilant. That's all for your traffic update. If you happen to be on the road, do make sure to share your own traffic update using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, or send us your voice note on 0604933226. For now, what we're going to do is to take a short break and give you your latest weather update. chilling with your boy Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
My name is Naomi P. Umkabayi Gamakusazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOCWE. That is SIMULCAST.
And of course, once again, it's a very great morning right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Your energetic start to the day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. It is the 28th of January 2026, and it's a beautiful Wednesday morning. You know that it is time to get rid of that midweek slump. Yes, we have been through Monday, we have been through Tuesday, and now we are going to battle being in Wednesday. But you know that we make it easy for you to navigate this morning or the day up until, of course, Friday, because this is the last week of January. So we have to really enjoy the new season, the new year. Yes, for a lot of people, it has been a sad month. For a lot of people out there, it has been a very great month, but we still continue to bring the vibrant energy that we need till the rest of the year, right? So you know that we always have a lot to bring for you, a lot to unpack and discuss, and all I need you to do is to connect with us throughout our social media platforms. We have Vooka Breakfast Show on YouTube right now. We are live. The least you could do, or one thing that I need you to do, is to press the subscription button. Tell your friends to tell their friends that the Vooka Breakfast team is live and ready to kickstart this beautiful morning. And also you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. That is where we post most of the content that you would miss on a daily basis. Our WhatsApp line is open for calls and for voice note. The number to dial is 06049333226. That's 06049333226. As always, my name is Moeketsi Maimane, and I am happy to be with you throughout up until the hour 10 o'clock. But just before we kickstart this beautiful morning, it is very important to know how is your weather looking like. Just before you go out, or you're already outside, I just need you to know this is how your weather is going to be looking like. And if there's anything that's going to be changing, don't worry, we will update you that your weather is changing, and please leave that jersey behind. So let's get through into what we have for this morning. Starting off, of course, with Johannesburg. It is 18 degrees Celsius with some few clouds. If you're in Cape Town, you're going to be experiencing a 20 degrees Celsius with some few clouds. In Durban, it's 26 degrees Celsius with some overcast clouds. And in Pretoria, it's 20 degrees Celsius with a few clouds. And in Bloemfontein, it's 20 degrees Celsius with some broken clouds. And then if you're right here where we are in the heart of Johannesburg, which is Soweto, you will be experiencing a 19 degrees Celsius with some few clouds. And then in Khayelitsha, it's 19 degrees Celsius with some few clouds also. That's all we have for your weather. Keep, of course, locked in with us for more weather update. But for now, what we're going to do is to give you your financials on how our market's doing with Afriberry.
Yes, good morning, Voogas. I hope you're doing okay, Vooga Nation. So right now we'll be heading over to the markets and see how our financials are standing. So we're heading over to the US dollar. We are standing at 15 Rand 99 cents. The Great Britain, we are standing at 21 Rand 96 cents. When it comes to the euro, we are standing at 19 Rand and 7 cents. Also heading over to the Japanese yen, and we are standing at 10 cents. Not forgetting the Australians, and then we are standing at 11 Rand 11 cents. Also heading over to the Chinese yuan, and we are standing at 2 Rand 30 cents. Also, when it comes to your gold, an ounce, we are standing at 43,500 Rand. And then when it comes to Brent crude, 1 barrel is going to cost you around 550. When it comes to cryptocurrency in the world of Bitcoin, for 1 Bitcoin, you'll be spending roughly around 250,000 Rand. And that's it for your financial markets. I hope you guys are going to enjoy your fantastic and amazing day.
Yeah, it is a very beautiful Wednesday morning that is going to be coming up with a lot that you're going to be unpacking. It is 23 minutes past 7. I hope that you got that in your logbook, or of course you just memorized everything we have just told you. But as mentioned, that we are going to be discussing a lot, of course, breaking down some of the things, but not also forgetting that it's going to be an interesting day, because we are going to be joined by Empress Zamakuba Khatebe later on for a nice conversation about her being the founder of African Indigenous Enterprise Wellness, and she is a wellness entrepreneur. So of course she is rooted in the philosophies of Ubuntu and Upila Gahle, living well. She bridges traditional knowledge with modern wellness innovation to nourish both body and spirit. That is a conversation that you do not want to miss later. So please do make sure that you stay with us. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show is the hashtag that you need to use. When we come back, we're going to be unpacking some interesting conversation right here that I need you to stay for. Right? When to abort a lie. If you are someone who is always lying, or you are not a liar, but you're just lying to get yourself through, when it is the time to abort that lie. That discussion is coming right after this short break. Leaving you with the sounds of Xavier Rusan, Sober Thoughts.
You love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home.
I'm jacked up and I'm banked up and I'm faded. You bend it down and you poke it up and you elevate it. I'm jacked up and I'm banked up and I'm faded. You bend it down and you poke it up and you elevate it. I came over, I ain't sober, I'm still drunk, that's hangover. Might run it back when this page over. You the best thing I done slaved over. Gon' arch you back and been way over. It's overdue for that understressing. Over him, now you underdressing. Call me up and I come finessing. Like, ooh, we shot it, what it do, what it don't. Baby, you a queen, you can move how you want. You was rocking with me when I couldn't stay afloat. They ain't never saying nothing wavy to a boat. Like, eyes up, look at me, now I'm the captain. Brought the camera, time for action. Split the legs just like a fraction. Tuck the napkin, time for snacking. You a mother meal. Tell me that it's mine, baby, tell me that it's real. Hit it to the max, well, tell me how it feel. It's gonna be a minute, cause I'm in it for the thrill. Make her feel like heaven, she gon' put me in the wheel. And willingly, I wanna do anything she wanna do. I ain't even wanna boo, but this is what the karma do. It's hard to be apart from you, cause ooh, I
love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home.
I'm jacked up and I'm danked up and I'm faded. You bend it down and you poke it up and you elevate it. I'm jacked up and I'm danked up and I'm faded. You bend it down
And we are back, Vooka Nations. Welcome back. We're still here making sure that you are still kept energized and making sure that we also give you a daily dose of positivity. Now, the one thing that people always ask themselves is, when is it the right time to actually abort a lie? Like, when is it the right time to stop being Pinocchio? Now, imagine this, right? You're just there with your partner and they're waiting for you to come back on them because you guys have a date. And then you're in the shower, you lie to them and say, no, don't worry. Like, I'm on my way, I'm 5 minutes away. But it doesn't make any sense. And then the shower makes sure that you are heard. And then it keeps on running and your partner hears about it. Mo, have you ever been into such a situation where you find yourself being able to actually tell a white collar lie about you being on the way, yet you are still sitting?
Yeah, I mean, lies are some of the things that we always, use to protect ourselves or to get ourselves out of situations, right? I mean, you can't be watching right now and tell me that you have never lied. So when it comes to lies, I, for one, I do lie. When I'm with my friends, to my family members, even to my colleagues, I lie just to get, myself out of situations sometimes. I mean, being honest, I don't think... well, we have to be honest as people, but someone who I use lies in a very creative ways because it's nice, guys. Lying is it's very nice. I enjoy lying like no one's business. So when it comes to that, in terms of aborting a lie, I mean, I just want to get through, the conversation and just to dive deep because maybe I might be getting myself into trouble here when it comes to lying, but. I mean, that tiny lie I have taught, that I have, told to someone to get away. I think that lie has helped me to get, where I am today, right? Because lies do help us, to go through some of the situations that might put us in, danger in society or anywhere.
Well, clearly he's joking. Right?
Because I was about to ask.
Well, he's lying about lying.
You never know. You never know, because some people say that the burst lies are basically when you don't have anything, a reason to explain. So at this moment, maybe like from where I'm sitting, he doesn't have a reason to explain why he's lying.
There's a good lie, there's a bad lie. And I always lie with the good lie. Yes, I'm lying on the good lie. Right? So, when it comes to lying, it depends on how the situation. I don't think I would lie in a very tense situation, in a very sensitive, situation where someone is really going through a lot and I will just, spit lies into their face. No, I think I only lie on those moments. If maybe I'm home, you want to come, I know I'm not home, bruh. Like, because I don't have the time to explain to you that, I'm resting, it's Sabbath. No. Like those kind of lies. Those are the lies that I would, go for. Just smooth. No one is going to get hurt in the lies that I'm telling.
Mtshela ukuthi angikho.
Yes, mtsheleni ukuthi angikho.
Hayi uthe ngukutshela ukuthi akekho.
Mawuthuma umntwana, that's what they do, because uthuma umntwana we take go bolela gore hayi, and we already know gore as long as the child comes out and said bathe ngukutshele we take go bolela ukuthi this person is in there. There is no way gore this person is not there. You know what? So let's have a bit of fun here. So when are we going to talk about the honesty crew? So they say that the moment your heartbeat picks up, it's the time to bail out of a lie, because now your stress levels are getting there. So you want to tell me that you've never had one of those stress moments where you see like, okay, like now my lie is catching up with me. Let me just not stress out or panic, because otherwise,
I mean, I believe that we all have been in that moment, right? Because that's just a series of experiencing your emotions on how, chemicals, react in your brain, how your emotions, gets to be, in the spot, how you get to react when you are lying. So I have found myself where I tried to lie, but I just became sober same time, because there was a time when I was drunk. My dad didn't know that I'm drinking, so I drank with my friends and I thought no one is going to notice that I'm drunk. I got there, like my dad could see something is off. I'm like, no, I was not drinking. But now when somebody tells you that, hey, you are drunk, I'm seeing you, you become sober. Your heart starts, beating, skipping, and say, sheesh, man. I thought they were not going to notice that I am drunk. Right. So yeah, I had. I mean, most of us, we have had those moments where you are lying and you're like, hey, your heart is pumping right here.
This sounds like in the movies or series, where there's a serial killer, or maybe even if it's not someone who's an avid serial killer. So you find me burying a body, and then you see me. I need to get rid of you.
You're a witness.
Yeah, you're a witness.
Yeah,
and then I get rid of you, right? And then something happens where someone somehow suspected, or maybe there was a camera there. I checked that day. Okay, convenience store. Afriberry works there. I need to get rid of her.
Yeah.
So I need to cover a lie.
With
another lie.
Yeah.
And another lie, and I just keep digging. I keep digging.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I mean, we never know how far your lie can go, because yes, someone sees you doing something. Yes, you've buried a body. Someone sees you like, ish, this one must go. And then there's a third person right there who sees you, digging for another body. So, on that one, it's way too far now.
And then you forget where you buried your first body.
Your first body.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's make a swimming pool.
Yeah.
And then you dig, it's like, Aibo. Whose body is this? Because when lying, obviously people come through. But remember, you said, and then you come up with another, man, when I was
yeah.
Because you forgot
exactly.
where you buried your first body.
Exactly. So even when because your brain will always try to play tricks on you, because when you're lying, it's going to convince you that whatever that you're doing is good, and you're doing it for a greater good, for whatever reason that you are doing out there. So there are lies that really protect you. There are lies that put you into trouble. But I'm trying to think of a lie that has put me into trouble. Right, because some of us, we really spend time and work on ourselves to make sure that even if when we lie, people don't even suspect anything.
Yeah, I know one that put me in trouble. This was back in high school, grade 11. I left home. No, I can't say this lie because my mom is watching. Anyway. Now, come to think of it.
Moms must comment,
Come to
right,
think of it. She watching. Watching.
Tell her to say hi and comment.
Zala bare dumedisa, Zala ere hello.
Hello, just
Zala
hello.
ere hello. Bo, urumelele voice note to go WhatsApp. And then you know what? I see that one, but there's nothing more shocking than a strategic thinker. Because a strategic thinker always thinks 10 steps ahead, 5 steps ahead, to make sure that whatever lie they tell literally leaves no trace behind. Now, according to a few social behavior studies, over 70% of people lie to avoid a conflict. Not to deceive, but to just avoid a conflict. So timing your honesty can be tactical. So this is all about making sure that whatever lie you tell aligns with the day that you're actually about to tell the truth. Have you ever come across those lies where you're like, okay, let me just no, ke jile 2 rand, and then ke jile 10 rand, but I know that tomorrow I'm gonna get 10 rand, so I'm gonna replace the money that I took from my dad sending me to the shops, or my grand sending me to the shops. Like, okay, lucky for me, I've never done that. I've never
Okay, sure, because lapo, that's cursing yourself, right? But I lie and then I call you up, it's in fit. If so and so akbuza did I or did I not do it? Just please be my alibi. That's the strategic thing. No, I'm gonna lie to this person, but let me cover up my tracks. Pambili. Just I'm trying to think of okay. I just remembered a situation. I think maybe you were around Mo, because we had this girl called Noltando with the boyfriend, and then she tells Noltando, ngicela umtshele ukuthi leli lapho. Like, yo, that was insane. Because she outright said, hey, someone gives you a call and says, I give you a call and say, Afri, please tell this person I'm with, man, Juguti, I was with you, Izolwe, in studio, knowing very well that
You were not.
yeah. So that's like you were forced and coerced into agreeing to a lie. That's like on another level.
Yeah, it's like you're also inviting someone in your lie in order for them to lie for you.
And it also depends on the people that you invite, because there's some people who would not go as far as lying for you to save your skin, but when you to save your skin, but some people, because maybe you guys have been friends for like over I don't know, for example, 10 years plus, and you have been covering each other's tracks, then it becomes sort of like a norm. Because let's be frank, there's always that one friend we know,
Sure.
or I can call up. I have 10 friends.
But if someone's a superior, ne? Manager, what, but like they're superior, and then you lie or you bring them into your lie, it means in your life, you're a liar.
Yeah.
There's people that lie about the background. Yeah, but they grew up. They grew up in a white family, right? They were adopted. And they lie.
Yeah, I mean, there are people.
That's hectic,
yeah,
bro. That's like hectic, bro.
I mean, with lies, because I remember, reading this book that in order to reprogram the society as a whole, people need to think and be constructive like criminals. For us to have, because criminals are disciplined, right? Criminals, they are. Everything that they execute, they make sure it's according to plan. So imagine if the society was like that, but in a very good way. Let's execute some of the ideas that we have. Right, so there are people who are not good with lies. There are people with good lies. And I tend to find people with good memory, good liars. Because now you are able to remember everything. So I struggle. I mean, I struggle to lie because I will tell you, Jorge, but I was there on the 12th of August. The next day, it's the 27th. It's like, dude, what are you saying? Like, I don't get what you're saying, right? So, in terms of lying, I think you need to know, who you are lying to, because there are people who are listening and they're very attentive when they're listening, and they will remind you that, didn't you say that when you were going to see your mother on the 27th? The next thing you were with your bestie, what's going on with you, my brother?
As you're saying that some people lie, people with good memories are sort of like the greatest liars ever.
Yeah.
For me, actually, I kind of agree with you, because umuntu will remember each and every single detail.
Yeah.
And you guys were both there. But according to your memories, you're like, Mara, no, man. You're thinking and you're like, but I don't remember this happening. I have a bad memory. As much as some of us have bad memories, there are always going to be bits and pieces that we remember of a certain encounter that we both had.
Yeah.
But if that moment, and it's a crucial moment that I remember vividly, and then the way you're telling it is otherwise, there's something wrong. Because I know I once had a friend who fibbed on me and said she told like a whole dramatic version of what happened, and now it's so sad because in our circle everybody knows that she's just a natural born liar. Because right now she lied and said that she got robbed and then her phone was stolen. Now she doesn't know what to do. Kanti, which phone are you using to text us? Anywho.
Yeah. So I just lost my train of thought. But in terms of lying, there are some people that have good memory, but it could be possible that they are delulu, right? So people that are delusional, Gubo, it happened in their brain. Gubo, this thing happened. Are they lying? Because this thing happened. Like Bona Gubo, it's like, yeah,
if it happened to you.
We are in love, Minanawe. We are dating, like it's
but
it's in their mind.
Yeah,
basically.
Gubo, it's real. Like it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lie, man.
Yeah, it's a lie because you're living in a fantasy that never actually existed.
But it's not a lie, guys.
On my side, I see it as a lie because remember that when you go out there, you'll be preaching the word that me and you used to date or me and you are dating, yet we are not dating. So therefore, it is a lie because in the end, at that moment, you find that, okay, for example, I'm dating Mo, and then after dating Mo, Urichi goes and tells people that, no, nale Afriberry rajola, nale no
Yeah, but who, according to him, Velenia
But the sad part is that your dululu can also ruin somebody's life. The lie that you are telling yourself and the lie that you are telling out there could ruin my life and the relationship that I have with my partner.
Point taken, yeah.
So yes, you are dululu, and those ones I think they're just correct to be called spiral specialists.
So you mentioned a natural born liar, but are we not all naturally born liars?
We all lie, guys.
Yeah,
Okay, when last did you tell a lie? Any lie? Yesterday, right? Or this morning?
No, it was actually on Sunday.
Okay, but
on Monday.
Are we not all
On Monday,
natural
actually.
born? Because it's not a robot that's lying to you.
Yeah.
It's a person that's naturally born.
Life without lies is boring. I think we can just put it like that. I mean, there are people who like to live the honest truth, the full truth, but we don't know what's really the full truth. You know, nothing stems as this is the truth and nothing shall surpass this. This is the truth, right? And there are people, of course, when you meet for the first time, because in social spaces, I find those spaces to, express how good I am as a liar. Because growing up, when I went, to these parties, meeting different people, especially when there were girls, I would lie a lot. I don't want to lie.
No, you were not lying. You were expressive.
Yeah, so I lied a lot because there was this one girl who believed that I used to travel. Because I was telling her that I was in Spain. Because if it's easy for someone to believe something if they don't know it, right? I mean, I can just
and verify it.
I'm I just come. That's why I like using those Spanish, non-existent Spanish accents. Like, wow, you really traveled. Okay, so tell me, how was it? Nah, man, Spain was really
when
good.
you're saying that, you kind of remind me of this.
good.
Okay, so right now, Big Brother is back. You remind me of this other contestant that's there. And she claims that she was in Italy for 8 years. And I don't want to lie, that sounds a bit delulu. Because every once in a while, when she gets into an argument, she brings out the whole Italian mamacita accent. And she starts speaking in Ciaubella, in Italian, and doesn't use English. And it's so weird, because she does, and you see, the sad part is that
Yeah, because we don't
nobody
know.
will say that she didn't go to Italy because we don't know Italian. We've never spoken Italian. The only thing we know
Who's
is,
we?
I'm saying the people in the house and some of us who are actually watching Big Brother.
Oh, okay.
For example, I give you
I know as far. We know Italian.
Yeah, so some of us have never actually done that, and the way she flaunts it, man, it's getting too much. But otherwise, it's getting too much. But otherwise, besides strategic thinkers, we also do have the spiral specialists. The ones that tell just one lie, and then one lie leads to two, and then jiggy. It's now a trilogy of lies that are just on top of each other, and now you don't know which one to believe, the first, the second, or the third one. And then the one thing that I like is that psychologists actually have a nice way of putting this one. They have a nice way, and then we have our way of putting that 3-layered lie. So according to psychologists, it's called a cognitive load, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Pretty interesting. And then Tina, as people, you know what we call it? Stress. Has stress ever made you lie? Stress is how drapa no yan. But I was no, stress. I was not sure. That's what I did on Monday.
Yeah, I mean, the situation whereby someone will come, or maybe your partner, they don't even know how to read the room. Like, you are stressed. The only thing that you could ask is to do their nails. You do have the money. You will lie and say, I don't have the money. Because you can't just read the room. Like, can't you see what I'm going through right now? Or maybe the kid, the child need, money for school fees. The only thing that you're worried when is doing your nails, right? But with all lies, we know that there are people who lie to fit in. I mean, growing up, we have seen that, you know, when you go to school, when you grow up in, you know, your neighborhood, there are those cool kids, and you're like, oh, like I wish to be, you know, those guys, or to be, you know, in their crew, and you will lie to get your way in. Right, and you hear the conversations. Yo, Ntwana, yeah, my dad bought me a PS3, Ntwana, you know, yeah, I just also bought this new sneaker that just came in from Nike and things like that. Now, Luena, you came in to say, hey, you know, guys, they stole my Jordans, and I'm still trying to figure out who did that, and my Jordans cost me like 4,500. And I've met people who Google instantly things. Like, I wonder if you're a liar. If you meet people who, when you say something, they Google, you are buried, my brother, my sister, you are buried same time. But there are people who have lied to fit in, and it didn't end well for them, right? And with guys also, just to feel like a man. Because for me, I really questioned, you know, people who lie about sleeping with girls. Like, okay, if I would lie and say I slept with this person, I mean, you know, boys will say, you are the guy, you are the guy. But a lot of guys have grew up with that mentality. Till today, they're still doing that. A whole 37-year-old man is still lying with sleeping with women.
Do women do that, Phil?
I don't know.
No, I know guys do. I know guys do.
Guys
do women
do always?
Do you, as a woman?
Yes, they do. For example, there's a certain situation in my group and my friends, right, where this girl has claimed that she's dating a gynecologist, and she always brags, "Una private clinic, yeah, gynecology." So you know what? Another my man is like loaded and all of that stuff. And then, so apparently, the other friend in our group actually knows the guy.
Yeah.
But she knows him because they grew up together, like way back then. And then to make it extra, and we know that they never dated her and the guy. But to get back at that girl for bragging about currently dating the guy, like
okay, no. So dating, yeah, that's a different story. I mean about sleeping with someone.
That's what I'm saying. She brags. She's like, mina ngidlulile lapho uzongitshela ngalento ngitshela ngayo. Phela kana lutho phela ngandlula nami yabona ngangena nami kodwa yabona. So some females also do lie about that, depending on the situation, and some of them it's because of jealousy over the fact that maybe you have the perfect boyfriend or the perfect husband. They'll lie if it's not about sleeping with them. They'll lie about your man making a move on them. So if you do not know your partner through and through, then your relationship with your partner definitely might fail. Because I can tell you something, girls will spice up that story. You will believe it.
I've lied about dating someone because bengafuni ukuthi azwane nosbanban.
That's right? A brave lie, Shem.
Yeah, good to know. She and I we dating. Yeah.
Yo, the thing is with those kind of lies, like I've seen how the outcome will be like, because when they find out
confrontation.
Yo,
well, uthe wathi and futhi uthe you guys have kissed. What? But have you lied about dating someone?
No, actually, come to think of it, no, man. For me, it's like basically it's my own fantasy. If I know Uti that I can't have a certain person, and maybe it's somebody that I like to date, then it's my own private fantasy. If you guys have noticed, I literally keep my private life private when it comes to the whole dating aspect of things. So for me, no, I've never, no, man, no.
I think for me, I have lied. Like I have lied because I had like a female bestie, you know, in high school. So we were so close to a point that people thought we were dating. So for me, it was easy to lie, right? I didn't just point a girl from a distance to say, no, actually I dated that girl, or I am dating her. right? So with me, because I was avoiding a lot of questions, hey Ntwana, are you dating? Because if you say no, people are going to ask, why are you not dating? So just to avoid things, I would say yes, we are dating. I mean, no one would ask to say, why are you guys dating? I don't think there's anyone who is smart or brave enough to ask that question, or why are you dating that person? I mean, maybe they would ask because maybe they are their ex, they've dated the person, or they know something about them. But I have lied about dating my, friend, and it just got me into a lot of confusion, because people, yes, would ask questions. Yo, guys, we see you together every day at lunch, you sit together and things like that. Are you guys dating? Yes. Oh, that's nice. Then people will just, get out of your life just like that. So sometimes you lie to avoid confusion. You avoid situation where people are going to ask a lot of unnecessary questions. We lie to get ourselves out of situations. So I do believe that those are very good lies. Lie to get you, because there are people, as we've spoken about, people who are delusional. There are people who are very delusional about things. There are people who like to know more than what they need to know. Like, why would you want to know, Hore, what I'm doing with her in the room when we locked ourselves in the room? Like, why do you want to know that? No, actually, you know what? We're not dating, and it's none of your business. So please don't ask me any question.
Hey, Abanyabantu, but then
so when do we abandon a lie?
Anyway, because we're going to say when it's too much, but what is too much, right? I think when people are starting to, put their nose in everything. For me, when do I abandon the lie? Yeah, when I start seeing that the next person is getting affected, right? Now I'm gonna say, okay, guys, let me speak the truth. I'm the one who ate the chocolate, guys, because I see that you're about to fight, because I mean, you might be the innocent one in the room, and when unfortunately, just because they know you as someone, who has a little bit of history of stealing things, I'll eat the chocolate and I know how you react. I would lie and say, no, I didn't eat the chocolate. And I will never point fingers to say, this is the person who ate the chocolate. I say, it's not me. Say, okay, it's fine, Tuan. And then when they go to the next person, how they're going to fight. You know how your friends are. So when it starts to erupt, I think that is when you need to abort the lie. Come in and solve the situation, right? I mean, you might lie to your partner, you might lie to your friend about their partner, and you see, and then she's a psycho. Now the car is bent for that little lousy lie you told. So when things start to get ugly, I feel like that is the time to abort the lie. For me personally.
Pretty interesting. So just before we close off this one, let's have a quick yay and nay just to spice up things, right? So if you lie about being almost there, is it actually a lie, yay or nay?
Almost being there. I mean, things can turn very quickly for you.
Yeah,
very quickly.
Thing is, I've never had a bad experience where dying then something happens where it's like, oh, you were lying. So it's a case of vele. I'm on route, vele.
On my way.
But toluguti ngilai sontweni ngita ngidlula ekopano kind of thing. But leyo guti lie about I'm almost there, but like angakaphumi, because something can happen. Because you said you're on your way.
I do that.
Do you realize that
every time when I get to the person, they are always angry.
Do you guys realize that this question goes on a much more bigger broad? Whether you are 5 minutes there or kana upuma, it's basically could be considered a lie.
I mean, it's the social dynamics as I say. Mine, I'm 2 minutes away. Yes. Even if I arrive in 10 minutes, you understand what 2 minutes means.
Exactly.
Just give me a second. Doesn't mean it's literally a second. So unless you lie, like because there's like extreme lies where Pitori and you're supposed to come to Joburg, right? And then no, I'm just 2 minutes away. And then I've got access to your cousin, whoever, to know lumuntu corner. Like, there's
Hey, that's a problem. So rate this one. On a scale of 1 to 10, how quickly do your lies fall apart?
I'm a very bad liar. That's one of the things. Yes, I do lie, but I'm a very bad liar. I don't think I can hold a conversation that has lies for more than an hour.
So on what scale
it's
between
heavy.
1 and
Yeah,
10?
it's very heavy. So I'm just gonna put myself
One
on
is one is poor. Or,
1 is like very bad.
yeah, it's a 1.
I'm very bad. I'm very bad.
Okay, so what's a lie you aborted halfway with the smoothest recovery?
A lie that you aborted halfway with the
Yeah,
smoothest.
ungizwe wrong.
Yeah, most of the time. Most of the time is no, you don't understand what I'm trying to say to you.
Look, that's not what I meant. So, kahle kahle, right? Actual. You know, people that love the word actually, they lie.
And if it's gahle gahle. Whether you say it the English, whether you say the
and I
English
noticed,
version.
Afriberry, you're the one here in studio that loves saying actually.
You know what? Actually, let's just continue. So, would you rather be caught lying or admit you lied before getting caught?
If all evidence is stacked, ne? Where now we are born to look, there's no corner to hide. Just come out, man. Just admit. Look, I'm sorry. I lied. I'm sorry. And then you deal with the aftermath after that.
I mean, being caught for me, I think it's something that let everything happen, let everything unfold in that moment, so that I can tell everything, so that I can be clear, so that I can be, honest with you. But now, lying before getting caught, man, yes, sis, there are a lot of things that benefit, because now people are being called, right? And now when the dots are starting to connect, people start to bring things from the past and they make up their own story. Like, it becomes really, really bad. So rather let it happen now, let the steam, fall off right now.
And Mo, you were right earlier when you said you need to know the person you are lying to.
Exactly.
Because if you are lying to a PI, thinking, but I just called your grandmother Marge. Right? I just called your grandmother, and she said, and how they uncover a lie, they won't ask outright, Uguti, Usipo, was he there? No, man, kunento Usipo, kumele ngiyidrope yabona, but ngicela utshela uSipho ukuthi ngiyeza manje. Hayi uSipho ngimgcine last week. So they won't ask outright.
Exactly.
Shange engile, and then look, when all evidence comes, just aim fit. I'm sorry. And then with this person you never ever lie to this person. You can rather avoid, where more pendula, you can have ways of saying I didn't lie, I didn't tell you. There's a difference. I didn't tell you, but I did not lie to you.
I also.
Right?
Yeah.
So, Vooka Nation and obviously the underground DBN family, please let us know what's that moment when you know that a lie has actually reached an expiry date. Feel free to send us a comment. Feel free to comment on our comment section and let us know when exactly you think that a lie has reached an expiry date. Or you can just simply send us a text on 0604933226. That's 0604933226. So right now we're going to take a quick break and come back with your news recap.
Whenever you're down, out in the cold, faithless and dark, your story's untold. Come take my hand and walk there with me. I know a place where we can be free. There is a light shining for you, guiding your way, helping you through. And shadows and gloom are all that you see. We'll find a place where we can be free.
used to. I'd rather be right. Nothing else matters. Sometimes I love too hard. Sometimes you go too far. Cool down, my love. Cool down, my love. Yeah. Sometimes there's attraction. It's hard to keep up with your passion. So cool down, my love. Cool down, my love. Sometimes I wanna give all of me. Sometimes I wanna scream, oh my God, you got me in so much trouble now. Sometimes I just wanna tell you to stop, so you don't go and break my heart. I'm so confused, babe, I just don't know. So now I gotta make up my mind. Do I
Once again, a very good morning. Let us fill you in with some of the news headlines for this morning. Starting off with your first headline, Orlando Stadium renamed Orlando Amstel Arena. Orlando Stadium, home of Orlando Pirates for over 65 years, has been renamed Orlando Amstel Arena. The announcement was made by Chairman Dr. Ivan Khoza during a press conference. Amstel secured the stadium's naming rights as part of a 5-year sponsorship deal signed last August. The next news headline, March and March movement rejects violence incitement charges. The March and March movement has criticized the state's decision to charge its founder Jacinta Ngobese Zuma with incitement to commit violence, calling it a disappointing and a diversion from real issues. Alongside Operation Tudula and Umkhonto weSizwe Party, the group faces charges linked to protest outside Durban's Eddington Primary School. Attorney Xolani Zuma argued the state is targeting citizens instead of addressing problems like hijacked buildings occupied by illegal immigrants. Ngobese Zuma denied wrongdoing, accusing police of heavy-handed tactics, and said the NPA will decide whether to prosecute or dismiss the case. In your last news headline, Gauteng Scholar Transport, 94% vehicles fail inspections. The Gauteng Department of Roads and Transport revealed shocking results from recent Scholar Transport inspections. 94% of vehicles failed roadworthiness test. Conducted at Jabulani Testing Station, inspectors found widespread non-compliance, including expired licenses, missing permits, defective seat belts, cracked windscreens, smooth tires, and faulty shock absorbers. Out of 51 vehicles checked, only 3 passed. These inspections follow a tragic crash on the R553 Golden Highway that killed 14 children. MEC Gidiboni Diale Kabela condemned the findings, warning operators of fines, impoundments, and prosecution. The department pledged further inspection to protect pupils and urged communities to report unsafe vehicles. That's all for your news headline. Now heading over to your sports news. On marathon, Greg says Hollywood Athletic Club is not a buying club. Hollywood AC has faced criticism as a buying club after signing top runners like Dijana and Mutibi. Club manager Gasopa insists the focus is long-term development, not short-term wins, highlighting coaching, youth growth, and value. The new recruits bring comrades winning experience while mentoring future athletes with the goal of sustained podium success over the next decade. Now, in your football news, Pep Guardiola backs Bernardo Silva as Manchester City's big game spark. Bernardo Silva return showcased his leadership and intensity, embodying Guardiola's trust in him despite modest stats. Guardiola values Silva's mentality, consistency, and influence as captain, highlighting his role in the guiding a younger squad. With crucial fixtures ahead, Silva remains central to City's plans, bringing fire, humility, and experience. On your national sports news, Mamelodi Sundowns FC to take legal action following altercation involving sporting director. Mamelodi Sundowns condemned the assault on sporting director Fleming Berger after the 2-2 draw with Al Hilal. The club vowed to pursue legal action against those involved, stressing respect and discipline among supporters. Sundowns emphasized their focus on retaining the league title and competing in cup tournaments, urging fans to show encouragement rather than intimidation. That's all we have for you right now. Stay tuned for more and news updates throughout the show. Don't forget to share your thoughts on these headlines with us on social media using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show and send us your voice note on 060-493-3226. See you after this short break.
So much trouble now. Sometimes I just wanna tell you to stop, so you don't go and break my heart. I'm so confused, babe, I just don't know. So now I gotta make up my mind. Do I wanna leave it all behind? I can't let you go so easily. 'Cause baby, we got chemistry. So now I gotta make up my mind. Do I wanna leave it all behind? No, I can't let you go. No, I don't. Yeah. 'Cause baby, we got chemistry.
What's up, fam? You chilling with your boy Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
My name is Naomi P. Umkabayi, Gamakosazana.
Here we go, put this miserable song on repeat, 'cause you seem to forget.
Yo, check this out.
Durban Streets, what's poppin'?
It's the Vooka.
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Don't. You just don't. You don't care, 'cause you don't take me seriously. What's there to repair if you don't wanna talk to me? You should know your time is up. I'm out, I'm done. So I'm putting you on a lifetime sentence, and you'll no longer feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. Yeah. So you thought I would let this slip. No, that's right. Your words don't mean a thing to me. Sleepless night, your love has left us incomplete. Thinking that your promises will fit so loud. No, that's right. So I'm putting you on a lifetime sentence, and you'll no longer feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. 'Cause I don't. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. Oh no. So you thought I would let this slip. So I'm putting you on a lifetime sentence, and now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip.
Now, the world has always seen these two sisters as two amazing people. For me, I think, bite me or not, but I think they're much more amazing than Beyonce and Solange. And I am talking about the two champions of the world, which are the Williams sisters. Now, we're talking about Venus and Serena. And imagine in 2017, this is when they had a head-to-head, blow by blow, and they were facing each other. So that was basically one of the most iconic things that could have ever happened in the world of tennis. And this was during the Australian Open when Serena Williams defeated her sister for Venus Williams with a 6-4, 6-4 in the final, securing her 7th Australian Open and surpassing Steph Graf with a record 23rd Grand Slam single titles in the Open era. Now we all know Serena has been out there doing the best. I mean, she even made sure and they also want to make sure that they beat the queen at her game. Now the match was historic not only for Serena's milestone but also for the emotional spectacle of the two sisters competing at the highest level. With Venus making her first Grand Slam final appearance in nearly 8 years. Imagine taking a hiatus for 8 years only for a sister to beat you at the game.
Hey,
Imagine that.
Yeah.
So imagine you just playing a game of soccer with your brother who just became a professional, and then he comes back and shows you who's boss.
I mean, as long as we are professionals and earning big numbers, I don't care what you do. That's the whole aim of us being in professional level.
No, this one just went to show who's the best sister amongst the two of them. I mean, Venus is the oldest, so probably a lot of people thought that maybe she's going to teach a little sister a lesson, only for the little sister to actually teach the older sister a big and proper lesson.
Do you know who's older?
It's Venus.
So Serena's younger.
Yes. Venus is older, Serena is younger, and Venus also got married this year, like way after. And she basically reminded me of that show called it was a movie, a virgin at like something like 40, and she waited until her marriage. So that was pretty significant. But you know what? That it doesn't even end there. Imagine, but what's okay? Do you even know the song called "Can't Touch Me"? Or you literally think that you can actually touch me? Because now I am talking about Mr. MC Hammer. Now MC Hammer and obviously one of the Janets, making sure that the Jacksons are always out there and being represented. So right now at the 18th American Music Awards in 1991, MC Hammer and Janet Jackson were a standout winners, reflecting the era's embrace of hip hop and innovative pop. Hammer's chart-topping success with You Can Touch This earned him multiple awards, while Janet Jackson's groundbreaking Rhythm Nation in 1814 continued to dominate, so securing her recognition as one of the most influential female artists of the time. The ceremony captured the cultural shift of the early 90s and spotlighting artists who blended style, choreography, and social themes to mainstream music. I think the only time that AMA 2000 actually found out about a song called You Can Touch This was when Castle Light actually did an advert based on that song.
I remember that.
Now that one was like an epic moment. For some of us it took us back because we were just trying to go like hammer time. Oh. Can you even do the dance?
The hammer time, no, that one I cannot, but I know the song quite well.
Yeah, man, those were amazing times. But when it comes to like amazing times never end, because who would have ever thought that Lionel Richie was actually into pop rock? Now that one was a shocker for me because I just knew him as a person into ballads. Now I'm talking about the 12th American Music Awards that happened in 1985, which highlighted the dominance of pop and R&B, with Lionel Richie stripping multiple honors, including favorite pop rock male artist and favorite soul and R&B male artist, while Cindy Lauper captured favorite pop rock female artist, cementing her status as a vibrant new star. The ceremony reflected the era's musical diversity, celebrating Richie's smooth ballads and Lauper's quirky, colorful energy as defining sounds of mid-1980s. So I just really wonder, how on earth did they actually think that Lionel Richie was creating rock? Now it has me thinking that I probably didn't listen to enough Lionel Richie growing up. Hence, I only thought that he was just basically a soul and R&B person.
I mean, I was made from Lionel Richie. Yeah. Hence,
too
like,
much information.
you can tell someone that was, created and made Motando. So yeah, that's as much as I know about Lionel. Uguti, yeah, I was made and born because of the music that he makes. Yeah.
The drama you have.
What about those who have
But the pop rock, that one I cannot comment on. The only thing I can comment on is that
the soul and
it's the
R&B.
soul, and hence I'm here today. Yeah. How much do you know about Lionel?
I know that he has an adopted daughter called Nicole Richie. So growing up, I only found out a bit later. Growing up, I thought that Nicole was actually Lionel's biological daughter. Only when I did proper research, I actually found out that she was actually adopted. And Lionel Richie actually does not have any biological children.
Actually, right? Yeah, actually.
Let me be, because I know that another thing that we all struggle about in the world that we're living in is data privacy, because we all know, keeping your information private is new. It's not easy. It's definitely not one of those easiest things to do, because there's always a new scam that is coming out there, and making sure that your data always gets exposed every once in a while or somewhere somehow. Hence we always keep on getting those calls from telemarketers, always letting us know that no, you qualify for a new phone, but they definitely need to improve the data privacy policy. And today we're actually celebrating that day. So speaking of which, can they please improve it too? So today we're also celebrating Data Privacy Day, which is observed every year on the 28th of January to raise awareness about protecting personal information online and promoting best practices in data security. It is recognized globally, including in South Africa, the US, Canada, and across Europe. And it serves as a reminder for both individuals and organizations to safeguard data responsibility. But I feel like this one literally has a technical glitch somewhere in there, because our data always gets exposed one way or another, whether be it social media or be it somebody hacking your phone. So I really do hope that that's going to change.
Yeah. I mean, earlier we spoke about lying, and these guys lie. Your data is safe. Your data is not being shared with other companies, so they lie.
Yeah,
they lie.
But there was a time when we were going through some of the regulations and what they have mentioned in terms of you sharing their data, because they have their document where, because a lot of us, when you go open a bank account, we don't read through all of those T's and C's. But there is that one that, says that a bank, can share your information with their partners, right? But now the problem is we don't know what regulations and policies they have between them and their partners, because their partners are like, okay, the data that you guys give us, we can give it to anyone that we want.
It's all in the language.
Yeah,
because Mabati, we may, they know they will.
Yeah.
Why would we may? Just say it outright, we will share it. But also, that's in the fine print.
Yeah.
But whenever you hear campaigns about cybersecurity and consumer protection, to know we don't share data.
Yeah.
Out in the public, but then most of sign that's where they'll say we may share with our partners.
Datas.
No, they will. They are.
And that policy definitely needs to change, because I do not understand why you even have to share my data. especially when it's a bank. Like, who are you? And we actually need to have a much more clear, open policy, and we need to know who exactly are the partners. Why don't we have
it's there. It's there. For example, if you take a look at Standard Bank, they do have they do have subsidiaries. For example, the likes of Liberty, Stanlib, and it is a bank altogether, but then Tuluguti, the way it's registered, the Vehicle Asset Finance Department, it's still technically under Standard Bank the same way Liberty, Stanlib, and the other companies are. So, as part of the Poppy Act, we may share your data with our subsidiaries. So when you receive a phone call from Home Loans Department, that's because from the bank itself as a institution, it was then shared to its subsidiaries. Some do take it a step further to share it with even external bodies. But they do say the information is there. The only thing is that it's buried under small fine print. Right?
Now that one is literally just a huge problem. And because we were talking about pop art culture and making sure that we always look bright and nice, because we have some amazing pop art culture, we are also celebrating the Pop Art Day today. So Pop Art Day is also celebrated on the 28th of January, honoring the bold mid-20th century art movement that transformed everyday objects, advertisement, and comic books into vibrant masterpieces. Established in 2004 by American artist Bob Rizzo, the day encourages creativity, accessibility, and fun by blurring the lines between high art and pop culture. Now, this one I find it extra fascinating because pop art is basically talks about a whole lot of loudness when it comes to the cult, to the art, and including colors. Because most cultures, especially in the world of art, when you look at some art pieces, the paints and the colors are normally just toned down a notch, but today it's a day for us to be bright and colorful.
Yeah, I mean,
Exhibit A.
Like, a cult, right? Culture.
Okay.
You follow a culture, you follow a cult. Look, nowadays, this is very much needed because there's quite a lot of art pieces or work, digitally that are being produced by AI. So if we can have that human touch, or where we know this was made by humans, I think it'll give it that extra special value. Because in the not so distant future, AI will be able to create something digitally, and then using machines, it's able to print. Or using 3D printers, it's able to recreate a sculpture or a model. And then it will be difficult to say this was made by human, because sometimes we think it's only digital art, but we've seen music, pictures, the style of Picasso, whoever, digitally can be reproduced. But then add a printer, then you can actually touch and feel, but the entire thing was created by machines. So props to this day. Hopefully we've got something like that in SA where we actually celebrate human beings. And I think Musi said it that or was it him? Oguti, in the near future when it comes to performances, we would rather go to a live art gallery or a music performance like a show and then enjoy the music. But if I get something, someone sends me a link, I don't trust was this actually made by a human being or not. So them taking this, transforming it, and then creating new masterpieces, I'm in support of that.
Hey, I'm definitely also in support of that, because we also need to show out the different arts that we have and also show that art is definitely alive even today. But another thing that I also hate talking about, because trauma, especially trauma 2020, and then here in South Africa we made a whole national anthem about it, and this one is linked to COVID-19, right? So this is linked to COVID-19 vaccine. And one thing that kept a whole lot of people from being fired and some people from protesting is the fact that we all had to be vaccinated and get a vaccination card. Now, I am talking about the mRNA vaccines. Now, the mRNA vaccines are a modern innovation that train the body's immune system using genetic instructions rather than weakened or dead pathogens. They became widely known through COVID-19 vaccines like Pfizer, which demonstrated their effectiveness and safety. But a lot of people did argue and say taking a jab is literally feels like taking a stab, because some people do not like how it felt, especially with the after effects that everybody had. Did you guys ever get the COVID-19 jab?
I mean, I didn't, because I felt like whatever that was being pushed, and I know that it really divided the country in terms of what's right for us when these kind of cases, when these kind of things arise in the country. I mean, I didn't. It's not to say I didn't want to, but I felt like when something needs to happen, I mean, if the country was closed for people to go to clinics, get the jab, yes, then I would conform to that. But people were moving, and it was speculated that if you have strong immune, yes, you cannot catch the virus itself, right? I mean, we saw the test being done on Twitter. One day there was this nurse who was jabbed. She fainted in front of the whole nation. So it also brought that thing of us being not too sure about the jab itself. But these innovations, man, being in the medicine, right, in the health space, it's quite interesting in terms of what people actually, innovate when it comes to the newly disease that they discover. But when it comes to the jab, I didn't get the jab, but right now I feel like I need a jab that would, I don't know, man, but I feel like there should be a jab that makes us, enhance us somewhere.
Food.
Yeah,
food.
right.
That's it, food.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to get this mRNA, this one changes your structure. Who says I need decoding or encoding? Because we saw it, guys. We saw it in the news where one of our, I don't know if it was Cupcake or like a minister,
Cupcake.
It was Cupcake, right? Yeah. So we saw Gucci. He didn't take it live. So and even if he did, we don't know what was in there. But who says I need re-encoding? Because now Gutina Asitatang, and I'm not saying this like, hey, I'm proud or anything, but we didn't. And later on, it came out Guti. Even Dr. Fauci was under investigation, which is a fraud. He's a fraud. So lava tatanga, we're in danger. And then you're made to feel as if when we talk about immunity herding, where you are now endangering the lives of other individuals. But guys, the ones that took it, they still got it.
Yeah.
So
they spoke about the booster.
So now there's talks about these micro particle thingies that are part of our system that we need to somehow flush them out. But what was in there? Like, why do I need recoding?
Yeah.
Why? So my body cannot handle it. It's fine, guys. It's cool. Anyway, we're all here on borrowed time, so it's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I think my mRNA is food. Spinach and proper food. Yeah, that's it.
Because for me, I unfortunately had to get the jab because I was working at a call center agent at that moment, and I was like literally, I'm a fresh mother. I just gave birth, so I had no other option but to actually take the jab. But then came a time for me to get the booster, and I was like, you know what? No, and I left it, and I didn't actually even contract COVID. I think it's because I was having a very I had a lot of Neferbelter moment during that time after taking the jab. Because if you also look at the fact that people who are having Neferbelter moments at the time, they were not even exposed to COVID. Because we were taking herbs. We were having herbs, something organic from Mother Nature. Hence, we survived not having or not contracting COVID-19. So when they said that I had to go and get a booster, that's when I quit my job. I was like, you know what? Nope.
That's where it started not making any sense.
Yeah.
Because when I've seen people that have, taken the jab, abaseko sharp.
They're disturbed. I mean, sometimes it's a whole psychological thing.
It's more psychological.
Yeah, more than anything. It is.
I've got family members that did. I ain't ashamed to say.
You know what?
They're
No
not fine.
comment.
They're not fine.
No comment, because you know what? No comment. There's nothing more that I can say besides the fact that if you didn't have a vaccine and you're still alive, thank God. If you had it and you still made it, thank God that you're still here, still celebrating with us throughout each and every single chaos that we have seen as the world and as South Africa.
Sure.
So,
Bazonbiza, guys. I wanna, because you took the choose, the government choose. I think 30 something. Ne? It's long on my car, like the siren. Masabanbiza nonke.
wow.
There's a follow one line. It's
Wow.
gonna be one line. You guys are gonna be marching in a certain direction. Because mine is about bees.
Wow.
It's true, Afriberry. It's
So we'll
true.
be marching in the light of God.
I wouldn't say God. But
not God.
when the time comes, ukuthi banbize, icilongo xa sekhala, you guys are gonna march. I'm telling you. Mark my words, mark my words.
No problem. But at least the club is a cupcake, it's a lady bodyguard, because we all know that we have that one favorite rapper out there who keeps on dropping bars on bars on bars. And everybody likes the fact that he also keeps it 100, making sure that he never travels with any bodyguards, doesn't even have a luxury car. Well, he probably does, but not that expensive. And he's always on a bike, living out the skater life. And I am talking about the one and only J. Cole, because we can't get enough. We can't get enough. And J. Cole was also born today on the 28th of January in 1985 and is turning 41. Now, his rise to fame is that he's a rapper and producer. Born in Frankfurt, raised in Fayetteville and North Carolina, and he is actually married. Now, in 2015, he bought his childhood home in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and turned it into a free housing for single mothers and their family. Now, this is one of the other reasons why people just love J. Cole to the core and make sure that they're always out there and supporting him, because he's one person that gives out to his community. And then Rebecca Vutomung, Tatarona, father of the nation, out there representing South Africa when it comes to the world of football, out there representing South Africa with a bank that does not have an office. I am talking about the owner of Time Bank, the owner of Mamelodi Sundowns, Bafana Badi Yellow and Gold, Bafana Badi Green and Gold. We are talking about Prentice Motsepe. Prentice Motsepe is also born today on the 28th of January in 1962, and he is turning 64 years today. I feel like Patrick Motsepe has shares goes HCC. But anywho, rise to fame, he's a South African billionaire businessman and football administrator, CAF, and the CAF president since 2021. He is married to the one and only sister-in-law, Cupcake. Imagine how funny this country is. And an interesting factor that he was the first black African billionaire to appear on Forbes list in 2008, thanks to his mining company, African Rainbow Minerals. But I feel like he should get officers for his bank. Like, I don't understand why they don't have officers.
Be in 2025, 6. Who needs that?
We do, because, for example,
You do.
I do. I do.
Let me make a perfect example. My mom is a Time Bank account holder. And then last year actually, she had an incident where she was getting debit orders from a certain insurance company that is very famous for debiting people's accounts here in South Africa.
Clientele.
Yes, clientele. And then she struggled getting a hold of somebody to give her assistance in terms of stopping those debit orders, because when you go to your Pick and Pay, they are not even there half the time. That's the reason why they need officers, because half the time when you go to your Pick and Pay or your Boxer and go look for a time back representative, they are not there. I don't understand
but
their
those
working
those
hours.
representatives are there just to open accounts.
Yes, but they
Not
can also
not to assist the what. She can go on the app online and then try and cancel it from there. But here's the truth about these digital banks. There's a reason why they exist, and it's not for your everyday transacting or hardcore. So it's more of a transactional thing. I'll fight debit order.
Yeah, I mean, with the level of technology that we are in, I think they've understood that people do more transactions, right, online. You know, rather than complaining about, hey guys, I can't press 2 on my phone. It's like, guys, we can't be dealing with those situations. We are dealing with situation whereby, okay, you wanna move this amount of money to this. How do you do it? Yes, someone will get a hold of you, because they also see and they are also, you know, monitoring. Sometimes you're calling, hey guys, I have a problem. They're like, everything is fine here, ma'am. Like, what do you want us to do? Okay, let's call you back after 5 minutes. Then they never call.
But then remember that the main reason Futhi of also having like your banking offices or like a physical bank straight up, it's for people who are much more older, who are still struggling with the whole technology basics of stuff. For
then
example,
there's NetBank for that.
the drama you guys have.
No, honestly, like there's NetBank for that.
I quit.
I get you are old and struggling. There's NetBank.
Abantu abadala banenkani, I understand. Yazinkani umuntu omdala.
But that's what I'm okay. Not in a bad way. Like mind you, we're just trying to be cordial, ne? Umuntu omdala, you are struggling. Kodwa uya time bank where there's no branch. I mean, the way I see it is time bank. You are young, and before even calling the bank, you'll try and troubleshoot yourself. So you go on the app, you go on the website, you are born to care what's going on here first, right? And you are that individual that you would even call up the insurance company and say, so, please put a stop, then give me a letter of notice to say you have stopped it. But now if you are old and you are struggling, my question is, not in a bad way, I'm just asking, what are you doing with a purely digital bank? It's like you are old and struggling, and you are now ordering Uber Eats. Next thing it does Figi, or it's like just go to the mall, buy the pizza, and come back.
I think that's something that I'll have to ask my mom on that one. But eventually, she actually managed to sort out the whole situation. But at least we still have our own very first black billionaire born in South Africa. And a South African basically representing the Football Association out there. But do you know what's in Durban for an event that's happening in Durban? There's a big American artist that'll be coming here, and this person actually did an advert with Pick and Pay last year. Do you guys have any clue I'm talking about?
Wait, when is he coming?
He's coming in July.
In July.
Yes. Okay. Actually in March. It's in March. There's an event that's happening in Durban. He was also part of it as a headliner last year.
Yeah.
And he's coming back again this year to become a headliner.
Yeah.
But he shocked us, especially when he once did that Pick and Pay advert.
Yeah. I mean, it's setting the tone, because when you make people get used to you, it's easy to come back, to do an event, because now you are trying to familiarize yourself with the customers. If you are going into a grocery store, that's you trying to get familiar or trying to make the customers be familiar with you. If someone or an artist, Jay-Z comes, makes an advert with Sports Scene. I love, shopping at Sports Scene. Like, I would see it as, wow, this is a good collaboration. What does Jay-Z have to do with this collaboration? So when he comes back, it will really help me. Maybe some of the promos of his event will be pushed through Pick and Pay. You'll never know. You'll see Rick Ross' face on Dog More or Impopo.
And most likely the tickets will be sold on web tickets, Pick and Pay, right? Yeah,
that's definitely.
Of which the one thing, but you go first, Afri, then I'll come through.
Yeah, so right now we are talking about Rick Ross, Mr. Maybach Music, and he's also born on the 28th of January in 1976, and he's turning 50 today. And an amazing, his rise to fame is that.
Yeah, he's old, man. But 50 looks good on him.
Yeah, it does, because he's also he's now starting to lose that weight.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a good look. He's known professionally as Rick Ross and is an American rapper and music executive. He is not married, so he's still very single, ladies. And an interesting fact is that before becoming a rapper superstar, he worked as a correctional officer in Florida during the 1990s. So please be careful, because Rick Ross ke fader.
Apparently, he stole that name, Rick Ross, because when he was still a warden, there was another Rick Ross that was incarcerated. And he had the very same look with the chiskop and the beard. So there was like a whole saga in Djibouti. That name or this personality of Rick Ross is something that's borrowed or stolen.
Yeah.
But the one thing I wanted to say about Rick, is that these international artists, there are artists that just come here, take and go.
Yeah.
Chris Brown came through Bagagu generations. It's like, we love that. And then when he comes back, it's like, hey, it's Chris Brown, guys.
Yeah.
It's Chris Brown. Rick Ross came through, did a collabo with the guy with the deep voice. A song.
Like the South African artist.
A South African artist,
Kwesta.
Kwesta, right?
Yeah.
So that's him planting. It's fine. I'm gonna come through and work on my artist, right?
Yeah.
When we have Back to the City, and then we get to Talib Kweli coming through, the whole Sprite collaboration. It's like, hey, it's you. We recognize you. So he did the collaboration. That's giving, right?
Yeah.
Comes back, then he does the whole Pick and Pay thing. I know people were mad, right? But now if he comes back for a tour, performance, whatever, it's like, we know you. Artists that just come here, perform Baham, do something in the country, collaborate with an artist, feature in some podcast, come through and say, look, I'm going to do 6 podcasts. Tell me a couple of podcasts I can go to here. Give me 3 that are big, and then give me 3 that are, there, but not that big.
Yeah.
That's you plowing. And then Mobu, it's like, we know you.
I mean,
don't just come and take and go.
We have a whole wave, of music that just to compare or speak about how the music industry in the US is like. Yes, we are reading news on our social media, but we want someone who has been in the industry. Sit down with one of the radio stations. Come to the Vooka Breakfast Show. Let's talk about how different the hip hop industry is compared to the US, right? That's the plowing that we really talk about.
Yeah, that's definitely also needed, because I remember when Busta Rhymes came here, he was all about that party life. He even had his phone stolen at a club. And he didn't actually want to leave. And then the funny thing is that most African Americans, when they come to South Africa, leaving is a problem. Leaving is a problem. They never want to go back.
Sada is nice.
South Africa is nice, man. Everybody has fun in South Africa. But happy birthday to Rick Ross Rosea. Wishing you all the best, and we cannot wait to see you when you come this side for the festival that will be happening out in Durban around March or July. I'll get those dates correctly. But right now, you also need to know that AKA is a beast. There's a problem, y'all, because we are celebrating the late AKA. You know, guys, and may he have an amazing heavenly birthday. AKA was born on the 28th of January in 1988 and unfortunately passed away on the 10th of February in 2023. Now, today he passed away at the age of 35 actually, and his rise to fame is that AKA is also known as Super Mega, and who was a South African rapper, producer and a businessman. And he was not married at the time of his untimely demise. He was currently dating a female rapper in South Africa known by the name of Nadia Nakai. Interesting fact is that he was the first South African artist to win the MTV Africa Music Award for Best African Act in 2014, beating out continental heavyweights and cementing his reputation as a trailblazer in the African hip-hop. And he definitely did cement his way in the African hip-hop, especially in the hip-hop of South Africa. We still remember that beef that he had with Burna Boy. Like, Burna Boy has actually been beefing with South Africa for the longest time, and right now he's currently on a decline for that one. Don't mess with Sata, my guy. Happy heavenly birthday to AKA on that one, hey?
Yeah, I think when it comes to all of South African hip-hop artists, I mean, when they tragically pass away, I'm not trying to say no, that death does not matter, but for me, I felt like AKA, like, in terms of his musical style, in terms of his personality, I was dearly closed, into how he did things. And like, I would say his matter really, he's passing away really affected me in a way, man, because till today I'm still trying to understand if it was what was going on in my life, because he passed on the next day was my mom's funeral, right? So when I heard or AKA is gone, I was like, yes, guys. But the first thing that I could think of, it's the music. Because one thing people, when they think of someone, they think of what you have done. Hey, Spusiso, Spusiso has passed on. Spusiso broke into my house. So what should I do about that? It's fine. But with AKA, it's the music he did for the people. It's the message he relayed to the people, right? And it shows, man, that people of revolution, people who speak about things, they would get themselves, because we would speculate that the brother of the girl who also committed suicide, they came and killed him and things like that. But sometimes it's all about the territory of how good you can become in the music industry. I mean, we have lost Ricky Rick, one of the best hip-hop artists in Mzansi, and then we lost AKA. Right now there are conversations and debates of if hip-hop is in the right hands, is it dying? There are those conversations, but before, when those rappers were still alive, there were no debates like that, because we knew that it was in the right hands.
I mean, it's also sad that we also lost Costa Tuch the following year when he collapsed on stage because he got poisoned. It's sad what's happening in the world of hip hop at this current moment. Now we also have Opravo, who also unfortunately passed away overseas, and his girlfriend is actually asking South Africa for donation so they can bring back his corpse back to South Africa. So like, there's a lot that's happening, especially in the hip hop world, man. I don't want to lie. Like, so the hip hop OGs that are still out here in the game, we need a cleansing. We lost a lot. Pro Kid, Jabba Man, Singanga, Flower, AKA. It's a lot that's been going on, and we just hope that this year our artists will eventually just have a safe year and we won't lose any more artists, be it in the world of acting or in the world of music entertainment. We just need prayers, eh?
Yeah, no, true. I usually ask people, Nemabati, we are losing more artists. Like, I agree, guys, we are. But if you don't lose people that happen to be artists, like, then who should go? Yeah? like not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. I'm just asking.
No, for us, like, we're talking about the ones who had like a very untimely death. Yeah. Unfortunately, death.
No, but then sharp then get me in as I am unknown. What makes you think that your life is more than mine?
Than yours.
It's not that. Basically what I'm trying to say is the fact that we live in a world where yes, death is something that will always happen throughout each and every single household. The only sad part is that some of these people that I just mentioned died because they either got killed or they ended up committing suicide. And it's very unfortunate to have a talent that was still strong at that moment either being taken away because of with their own hands, because they felt like whatever's happening at this moment, it's things that they cannot deal with. It's like, it's also because it also shines a light in the fact that when it comes to the world of psychology or mental health, it's something that we still need to deal with, whether you're an artist or not. We have
or not. So it's a people thing.
It's a people
so
thing.
The Grim Reaper guy, like Mayego Gospel, right? Is that what you're saying? Move woman, because you were like the Grim Reaper, Mayego Gospel, right?
So with this whole situation, right? For me, I feel like this is just showing that they've done a good work, a lot of them, right? Yes, I can't say, guys, God, spare AKA's life and take mine. No, like I can't do that. But thanks to what he has done, because sometimes someone can pass on, they can lose their life, but the works that they have done, they still live within you. Today we still listen to AKA music. His music is still topping the charts.
Absolutely.
Understand? Yeah, a lot of artists who have been there, like their body of work, what they have done. I mean, it can be 70 years back, it can be 100 back years. There are people who their music is still living. So it doesn't mean entirely they are gone. I mean, there's someone out there like who, when he's gone, like we just forget about that person. Like he didn't do anything. So it's very important to kind of have that impact on people's lives. To say, okay, even if, he's gone, but we know that he has left something that is very impactful in our lives today. You understand? So that's the way of appreciating what they have done for us. So yeah, man, happy heavenly birthday to the one and only Super Mega.
But you know what's interesting, guys? Speaking of artists that have crossed over, you've seen this thing on social media where someone would post something random and say, rest in peace to so and so.
Yeah.
Where we literally kill our own artists, but then we find out that it's a hoax.
Yeah.
Right? Because of recent, there's been like, artists that have supposedly died, but they're not dead. So a bit later, we're just going to share, I think it's about 6 artists that Tina Spangwabile, Marbasaphila. I don't know how I would handle that, where imagine but rest in peace Mo.
Yeah.
And then I send you that article or whatever Facebook post. Maria Pila.
So you know what I've noticed, there are people who will tell you that you don't understand. A lot of spectators, a lot of audience don't understand the lingo that's being used in the hip-hop industry or in general in the industry, because if I'm working now, I'm a presenter, and then my career dies, someone can say rest in peace to Mo. Right, I've seen it when listening to a lot of artists, lyrics of artists to say rest in peace to your career. Then when now who doesn't understand that, yo guys, we lost Mo, like I can't believe. Yo, rest exactly, Pella, the rest in pieces, rest in peace trends, more than like have your flowers, my brother, while you're still alive. Immediately they see that RIP, can't they know? He just said rest in peace to my career. That's what he said. The next thing, it trends over. People are like, wow, we lost a beautiful soul. When I lost a beautiful soul, I'm still here. You understand? So it's those things.
To me, you are dead.
You understand? And I know that Aries likes, to use that line most. Or rest in peace to all of your niggas' careers. You understand? So it's those kind of things where we misinterpret the music, where we misinterpret things that they speak when they go out, to podcasts or a radio interview, to say, no, I buried these guys. Like, what? You are the one who buried Sbanbane. Wow. Then I take a picture. somebody must get arrested because of this. So it's those kind of things, man. When you understand the
you know
industry.
what? Besides that, if you notice that most of these artists who normally get the RIP, rest in peace notification, or Batuban Banu Shonile, it's basically artists who, after a long career, just go back, stay away from the limelight, and decide to focus on themselves or their family. Those are the ones who normally get the rest in peace when see that you're no longer around. Because if you remember, there was once an actor, if you remember Rhythm City back in the day, that guy once got a text, rest in peace, Ushonile. And he went back, he's like, guys, just because I'm quiet and I'm not acting at this moment does not mean that I am dead. I am still alive and well. Whoever that started the gossip must just end it.
So what I've seen is a TV production. I think it's one of the smartest, way of marketing their shows, so that they can also get the numbers and things like that. So TV production have also hopped on into this thing that when a character dies, they announce on social media, because they know that rest in peace trends more than anything. So I am Guluva on this show, but my real name is Moeketsi. And the Vooka, the Vooka show decides to say rest in peace to Guluva. Yo, Jesus Christ. Yo. Hey, you will see them. You will see them.
Gone too soon.
You understand?
What a shame.
Yeah, and it's numbers. It's generating more numbers, so that people are like, hey guys, did you hear that Guluva is no longer? Did you hear those kind of things? And it drives more people to be now interested in knowing who you are, your life, and things like that. But speaking of celebrating the birthdays that we have right here, let me just hop on the comment section. But because we've got some quite comments that came in. We have a comment from Miss Q saying, good morning, Vooka Nation. #Sivugile, #blessed, #wishing you a blessed day ahead. And then Z comes through saying, a very good morning, Vooka family and Underground Radio DB and Sivugile on this beautiful Wednesday. #Vooka Breakfast Show. A very good morning. And then she comes and say, please help me wish my kids a happy birthday. The twins are 7 years today and feeling so grateful and blessed that God's protection and favor is upon them. Happy birthday to Untogozo and Unobuhle. And of course, as the Vooka Breakfast Show, this is what we would like to say to the two twins.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Hooray!
Hooray!
Hooray! Hooray!
Happy birthday to
Happy.
the twins. I hope you guys are having fun. I bet you cannot wait to get back from school and have some cake.
Yeah. So we hope that the twins are going to have a beautiful day with and of course, wishing them well from here. The Vooka Breakfast Show, that's what we would like to do. Then she comes through and say, wishing the Vooka team and everyone a blessed day as well. And then Ms. Tembimni comes through saying, a very good morning.
Ooh. Sorry, getting a photo through of one of the twins right now.
Yeah,
it's going to appear on the
please.
screen. Yabona umntana uthanda ipeace akazange izinto ezinaki, so yenza peace sign, because
Exactly.
peace and harmony, it's all about that.
There we go. The beautiful Nolutando on your screens right now, growing up and turning 7 years old. Wow, she's grown. We are cool already. Because I feel like when a kid turns 7 or 8, guys, they must go and work, man. We are tired now. We want a very progressive country now. Kids must just go and work, generate income.
Wow.
You understand? So Noltando must prepare her CV right now. I mean, companies will be much interested in a very young and enthusiastic girl like her, right? So please, Z, fix the child's CV, because companies want people out there.
They're hurrying.
Yes. Ms. Tembimni comes through. A very good morning, Mars. A very good morning, team Vooka Nation and Underground Radio DBN team. #Vooka Breakfast Show. #Sivugile on a lovely, beautiful, sunny Wednesday. #Rise and Shine. #Happy Blessed Wednesday. Take care. Wishing the twins Untogozo and Norotando a happy 7 years birthday to the both of them. Happy. We'll still continue to celebrate the beautiful souls that we have, which is Norotando. right? And then she also comes through. Oh, Nelly Sua comes say, good morning, Vooka Nation. Beautiful morning. 7 years ago, God blessed, became an aunt to my beautiful, most naughty twins. I want to wish them a happy birthday. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Vooka Nation. Happy birthday to the twins. The naughty ones, right? Yeah. If they're naughty, they should go and work, guys. Imagine that energy when they're putting it on workforce. We are going to have a very progressive country, right? You guys are also going to live, very nice. And then she comes through and say, happy heavenly birthday to super mega. That's who we are celebrating. Noltando and Untogozo, they are part of our celebrities that we are celebrating this morning. So happy birthday to them. May they enjoy this beautiful day. So it is 5 minutes past 9 right now. What we're going to do is to take a short break because our guest is in the studio. We're going to be talking everything that has to do with wellness, being a wellness entrepreneur. Empress Zamakuba Hatebe is in studio, an African indigenous enterprise. Empress, she is the visionary founder of African Indigenous Enterprise, an agro-processing and wellness brand committed to preserving Africa's ancestral food heritage and inspiring a return to natural living. If, of course, you have any question, what you need to do is to hop on the comment section, use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, or send your voice note on 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. Let's take a short break and then we will be right back, giving you the great sounds of Osuku Empower.
Shoo
I've been waiting all night. Watch you blow a mile. Please don't come over, 'cause you're not sober. Yeah, now you know that ain't right. If you two knew you was coming over, that would be a problem.
It's 10 minutes past 9, exactly on the dot, giving you the great sounds of RAED, saying me and you. It's still a beautiful Wednesday right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Your energetic start to the day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. And you know that each and every Wednesday we get rid of a midweek slump. That also comes with what we call Wellness Wednesday. And talking about wellness, we are joined by a very esteemed guest right here, a founder of African Indigenous Enterprise, Empress Zamakuba Khatebe. She is here, and we are seeing that our table is well decorated with the prestigious heritage food that we need to consume so that we can stay healthy all along and every time. So what I'm going to do right now is to get her into the conversation. You can simply ask her any question on our YouTube, or you can quickly dial our WhatsApp line, which is open for calls and voice notes, 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. I'm excited for this conversation because I am willing to learn a lot. Me and you, we can, of course, learn a lot from this conversation. Just to wrap up our energetic start to our day. So, as I have, of course, introduced that she is rooted in the philosophies of Ubuntu and Ukuphila Kahle, which is living well. She bridges traditional knowledge with modern wellness, innovation to nourish both body and spirit. As a mother, wife, teacher, and a natural, Zamakuba embodies the essence of African womanhood, grounded, creative, and purposeful. So let me just invite her in the conversation. A very good morning to you. How are you doing this morning, Zam?
Greetings, blessed love. I'm blessed. And yourself, sir?
I am excited and also blessed, right, to have you. And thank you so much for taking your time to be here with us on the Vooka Breakfast Show, because this is one of the things that we have always been waiting for, especially starting the year. Because I think so many of us make impulsive decisions when it comes to our health, things that we consume. It's January. You're just thinking that, you know what, I just want to have those calorie foods and fatty foods just to make sure that I am satisfied. But before we get deep into that, let's hear from you, Uguti, who is Empress. Before you became what you are, let's begin with how you got where you are right now.
Okay, firstly, I want to greet your listeners and your viewers as well. I'm honored for the invitation. Give thanks for calling me in to come and engage and participate in this amazing conversation. Yes, it is Wellness Wednesday, and everything that we do is centered around health. You can lose everything, but when you lose your health, everything comes crashing down. So we give thanks for this opportunity. And to introduce myself, as you said, ngingu Empress Zamakuba Wagakhatebe, and really who I am, I can say firstly I'm a mother. But before that, of course, I was a daughter. That was like the first thing. So I'm a firstborn daughter of Sibongile Khatebe, Nolavet Mpungose, who gave birth to me and really paved the way for who I am today. And so I think that is the foundation of everything, the love and the creation itself that brought me to into existence. And of course, the power of the Most High, the Creator, that formed and shaped me into this person, this character, this being that I am. So that is the foundation, I think, of everything. And then, of course, my upbringing also had its impact in the person that I am. And I'm also becoming. So I'm not just I am, but I'm also becoming.
Nice.
So as we know, it takes a community to raise a child. So growing up, Esprit de Katlehong, Etwala, everyone who's from that area contributed really to the person that I am. Not just my family, blood family, but also, the surrounding people, the schools I went to, and everything really shaped and molded me into the person that I am. And so that is my root, that is my foundation, really. And I think everything else then also becomes you, the embodiment of yourself, and how you also choose to shape your life outside of your upbringing, because it's not really our destination, it's our foundation, but also we choose to also decide how we will live and how we shape our life. So that is really the foundation, the creation power of being able to understand who I am, where I come from, what is it that I want to achieve, and the journey that's in between, because everything has its process in order for it to unfold, and everything in between, it's the building process. It's a continuous process. Even now, as I say, I'm becoming still. So coming into now, I am a mother. I am a queen to a king. We are also, I think, restoring some of the knowledge that has been lost. We are noble men and women, royal kings and queens, prince and princesses. So, with colonization and imperialism, we've lost that sense of being and understanding our power and our greatness and our glorious black people. And I think now coming into understanding who I am as a Rastafari woman, I find myself now in a process of restoring that glory and understanding myself, where I stand as a woman and also as a builder, because it takes us to build Africa. It's not like something that's just going to happen on its own. The greatest resource Africa has, its people. So even me coming into existence and understanding that significance of, the purpose that I serve, then I become, an innovator, a builder, someone who contributes towards the building and shaping of our nation. So I think, also the culture also plays its role in who we become, because it's centered around our principles, our morals, how we live, how we think, and ultimately reaching a point where we are not just consumers but also creators, because it's in our blood. Everything you see around you was created by black people, never mind if we came in as workers or whatsoever, but the buildings, the streets, everything was created by us. So even coming into this dispensation of time, we find ourselves having to recreate and continue, as our forefathers did play their role. What are we as the youth of today doing to be able to continue the forth and create things that are actually going to have an impact in this time? So that kind of bit sums up who I am. I am also an Empress, a representative of the Ethiopia Africa Black International Congress Church, which is part of the Rastafari priesthood order. So that also governs how I live, how I dress, how I talk, how I pray, and really everything that is centered around my liberty. And of course, anghambi ngedwa, hamba nabantu bam, omthimkhulu, omashiya mahle, ompungose, even my name itself, Zamakuba, intombi Zamakuba, So also my people that I travel with, that also carry me through everything that I do, also shape and mold, because we speak through them, we do through them. So everything we do, really, it's like we our ancestors' wildest dream. Even the things that you are doing today, your grandparents, great-grandparents never imagined that they could do that. But us coming into this time to actually be able to fulfill some of those things, it's like the best thing for them also. So they speak through us. So, yes.
Beautiful. And thank you so much for that. You spoke about quite full and thoughtful things that when somebody tries to digest and process, they will really go back into their true identity of who they are and start to question some of the things that they were meant to do, right? And we're also learning that your brand is deeply rooted in Africa ancestral, food heritage. And some of the most important thing when we speak about heritage culture is preserving it, because when it's lost, we also lose our ways. So I want us to talk about the importance, why is preserving, indigenous food so important in today's fast food and ultra processed world.
I think, as you said, when we lose our ways, we lose ourselves. So it becomes very important in this fast-paced, changing world. We are getting more and more exposed to things that are new, things that are not necessarily us as well. Yeah. So we find ourselves as part of adapting, we are also adopting as well things that are not really ours, and not just the food, it's the way of life, it's the culture, it's, and it's not a thing of now. Some of those ways have been adopted from our great-grandparents, so they have sort of been passed down as tradition also, but they are not necessarily some of those things African tradition. We have to really go back to back,
Yeah.
Yes, before colonization, and understand who were we, so that we can be able to seek and find essentially who we were, and be able to bring back and restore and remember some of those ways. So when it comes to preserving food, for instance, food is not just something that we eat. Remember, food is also embedded in our DNA. We don't only inherit ibongo zethu and our mother's eyes or ears, or how we talk and so forth. Even nutrients are also passed down from generation to generation. So whatever that it is that we eat now, essentially influences how our children are going to be strong or weak in the future. So food is really deep, hence they say you are what you eat. So you can just imagine how deep food is. So like you're saying, fast pace, fast food. So definitely, imagining if we say we are what we eat, are we those fast foods that we're eating? You understand?
Yeah.
So I think it really wants us to dive deep into ourselves, and also study some of the things that our ancients, not just like our grandparents and our great-grandparents, even before them, to tap into that indigenous knowledge system and understand, and then be able then to restore it. Like you say, if it's lost, then we need to restore it. Then ultimately, when we remember, we are able to repass that information to our children, and then they can essentially also pass it on to the future generations. The same with plants. Plants are also getting extinct. You don't find some of the indigenous plants that were there in the previous time. Those nutrients are lost forever, So by being able to find those seeds and find those plants, because the integration also, you find Western technologies, Western companies coming with their own Western seeds that also kind of pollutes the indigenous seeds, and then you find that the agriculture space is being influenced by that. Like if you look at our indigenous grains, for instance, you find your millets, your mabele are like the ancient grains, and then you find your corn, which is a more modern. It's not your corn and your wheat. Are more Western, grains. And if you look at our diet now, most people, they thrive on eating pap all the time, bread all the time. So you can imagine already a part of that knowledge is already lost. But by us being able to spheke umdoko amabele ekuseni, sipheke ipapa ebrown, we are bringing it back so that we can essentially be able to bring back those nutrients in our body, and also just remember the story that comes behind that. And then the land also celebrates us, because Ubuntu, as you were talking, is not just about umuntu, you know, it's also about the land, because we were formed from the soil, you know. So when you look at me, essentially all the key elements are at play, you know, the fire, the water, the air, the earth are at play. So I'm not just a person, it's beyond that. I'm Mother Nature. Yes.
Beautiful.
Now that is very strong words. You are Mother Nature, the force to be reckoned with. And speaking on Ubuntu, can you also please tell us how Ubuntu influences the way you create, source, and share your snacks with the community?
Okay, so I think firstly, when we talk about sourcing, we have to connect. I think one of the things we've lost is the connection. So how we do that is actually by being able to connect with other, you know, beings that have founded this information, this knowledge, and by connecting with them, we are able to restore the knowledge that is lost, because you can't find it from one person. So if you look at the baobab, for instance, there is Mam Tsidi from Orlando, right here in Soweto. She's the one who actually reminded me of the baobab. So she's like a source of information, but now, because now I know, now I'm able to seek more information about it. I don't only rely on what she has told me. You understand? So I call her the baobab queen. So being able to now source the baobab from her, it's an ethical way of us being able to connect and with the knowledge and also with the product. So we do a lot of collaboration. We thrive with collaboration. We work, we seek, we find a lot of people that also have this knowledge, so that we can be able to integrate it into the work that we do. So and then we also engage with the community on ground level as well, so that we can be able to share the knowledge with them, so that they understand. Because sometimes if you don't know something, it's not easy for you to even consider consuming it or using it as part of your daily eating plan. So we try as much as possible to be able to also teach the people. That's why we are delighted to be here today, to can be able to share the information with the people.
Yes. Thank you so much for that, because one of the other things is to also connect the dots on what really happened, because I don't know if you know in terms of what really happened in terms of when people started losing their ways. Because we know that when it comes to the information that is being given to people, there's a way that you pass on the information. There's a way that you make, you know, kids get used to certain things that they want to eat. Because for me, like, I still don't understand why, you know, like, there's this eating. I hate that thing with all of my life. Like, I really hate that thing, right? So, like, I don't know if there's something that was lost in terms of how our parents, you know, were taught on how to translate these things to make us understand why do we need to consume them. Do you think something happened, translation was lost, or what really happened?
I think, yes, you could say that, but also we evolve as a people. We have to use understanding when it comes to, you know, the flavors and how things are mixed and put together. So I think also with industrialization, we, not just mothers, but also just parents, you know, used to have a more connection with the earth, because we are planting, then we harvest, then we wash. The children are there, you know, they're not rushing off to school. The mother's not rushing off to work. Baba's not rushing off to work. So there was like a deeper connection with the process of food. But now food is a product, you know. Food is something that you find ready on the shelf. You just crack it open, you use it, you eat it, it's ready to eat. So that kind of like, you lose that connection with the food. But when you connected with the food, if you planted that apple tree and you climb the tree and you harvest the fruits, then even when you eat it, it's got a different meaning than mama saying, here's an apple, eat it, and you're just like, but I don't like the taste of apples, you know. So I think a part of that also plays plays its role. I think we have to find the connection with our food. So also, as I'm saying, that we have to also we are ancient people, but also we are evolving. So we also have to find ways as parents of, in particular as parents, how do we make things exciting for children? How do we make things nice for children?
Yeah.
I did a recent post where I was making sauerkraut, which is like a condiment using cabbage.
Yeah.
And I remember growing up eating cabbage, like you're saying, I don't like cabbage.
Yep.
Because like it was just tossed in the pot, you know, no spicing whatsoever, and like I've got a phobia of a sort. Like it just takes me back in a negative way. So now, because I'm a person who deals with food and I deal with innovation, now I have to be like, how do I make my children excited about eating cabbage? Because otherwise then I would be passing on that. It's like a trauma with food, you know. It's the same when we feed a child and they don't want to eat, and then we are force feeding them. That memory stays to say, you know, and stuff like that. But when you make it exciting for the child is delighted, not just to eat, but to be part of the process of preparing the food. I think also that also plays a key role. Earlier on, you said something very key. You said children need to work. You know, I think we kind of underestimate the power of children, and we just like, hi abantwana and stuff, you know, like, but they are part of everything that happens. So if there's trauma in the house, it affects them. If there's development in the house, it affects them. It affects their character. It builds, it motivates them, it inspires them, or it degrades them. It makes them have low self-esteem. Then it affects their character. So everything that happens is essentially they are part of it. Why do you want to put children on the side? They must learn how to cook their food. They must learn how to plant their food. They must essentially be part of the process. Then spinach is not this green ugly thing. They've planted it. Then they want to know, how does it taste? Because I planted it, you know. So there's a special connection that we have to create so that our children can also enjoy and full joy and be part of the process. So I think even with you, if essentially your mother showed you that, okay, what is ding? Ding, it's first of all ding, mabele, it's an ancient grain, and then if it's the grain itself, you would ground it with her and make it into a powder form with her. It's, you know, children actually love that, but now we don't give them the opportunity to explore, because remember, for children it's all about exploring. And once you explore, you are able to find what is it that you like and you don't like. So I think essentially that is the key thing to make them feel part of the process, and also to understand that they are beings. They are also gods. They are goddesses. You know, they have a voice. They have feelings. They have, you know, the power to create, the power to make. One day you'll just be sitting there and your children will be doing the things in the kitchen, and then you come and enjoy the meal, you know, and you're like, wow, this is amazing, because you've created the space. Even when it comes to healing, I don't heal people. People heal themselves. You just simply create the space where a person can be able to even think about healing in a certain way, that they understand that the power that has been taken from us, you actually have the power, because now we tend to give everything to everyone else. The education, it's the teachers that are responsible for that. We've given them that. So what about the parents? The parents, they're no longer responsible for the education of the child or education of themselves. It's the schooling system that does that. The health, same thing. It's the doctor that does all the things that make you. What about you? How are you becoming part of the process, in the shaping and molding of your own life? So once you understand the dynamics of always not much shifting
Yeah.
responsibility to other people and other things, then it kind of changes your mindset in how you do things completely. So you tend to run away from the fast food, because even if you like your chips and you like your one, you can make it.
Yeah.
You know, in a healthier version, you can find ways to be creative. So creativity essentially plays a very key role when it comes to food. Food is also art at the same time, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's profound. Just a quick question with regards to preservation of food, because I can see that your food is packaged. I saw dried bananas and other stuff. So shelf life of natural foods obviously is very short. So I can see that you've packaged them in such a way that they've got a much longer shelf life. So are we still retaining the nutrients, the benefits, and everything that comes with it?
Okay, yeah, that's a very good question. So when it comes to food preservation, I think agro-processing is a very key part of agriculture, because a lot of people farm, but we find that a lot of the food gets spoiled. If you look at the rates, there's over 10 million tons of fresh produce yearly in South Africa that goes to waste.
Yeah.
That's millions and millions of fruits and vegetables and grains that go to waste. So agro-processing was like a space for me to say, as a food entrepreneur, as someone who loves food, how can we actually be able to preserve these things so that even when it's not in season, it can still be available.
Yeah.
And this is an ancient thing. It's not a new thing.
Yeah.
Our great-grandparents used to do that, you know, from canning peaches from a tree to preserve them so that even when it's not peach season, there are still peaches. So we decided more to go on the route of drying, because we understood that when you dry things, they retain the nutrients as well as the shelf life as well. So that's why we went into this particular business model within the food space. So we work also with farmers where we are able to source. If you look here, we've got kale. We've dried this kale so that you can be able to use it. You can essentially eat it as a snack, but you can also put it in your salad.
Yeah.
You can put it in your casseroles and so forth. So yes, the nutrients are retained, and because we believe a lot in black excellence, we had to, in this modern time, we have to prove everything.
Yeah.
We can't just talk and then we believe you. You have to prove. So we've had to go through the process of taking these products for SABS testing, because those are one of the food standards that we have in South Africa, so that we can be able to confidently say, okay, that the dried apple with moringa actually, by a report, they say it lasts for 12 months.
Yeah.
But I'd say, obviously, it won't last for 12 months. Trust me. You will eat it within a second.
Yeah.
But you can still keep it there, knowing confidently that it has a stable shelf life.
Yeah.
And also, in terms of the nutritional information itself, being able to tell a person that, okay, these are the nutrients that are here in the food. So it's a balance of both tradition and also acknowledging the science side of it as well, because we are also science started in Africa. It's also a natural thing.
Yeah.
So I hope I've answered you in terms of preserving food, but there's also other different techniques of preserving food, from making tonics, which if you see there's a moringa tonic that we've collaborated with Green Pharmacy, Mr. Yone from Val, who makes moringa products. So that's another way for you to preserve moringa. Instead of it sitting there in the tree, it's harvested and turned into a tonic. As I said, with canning also, it's also another way of being able to preserve. Like I mentioned, also with the cabbage, it's another way of preserving your cabbage, because if you've got a lot of surplus in your garden, garden, you have a lot of, you've got 20 cabbages that are growing. Ultimately, you can't eat all 20 cabbages at the same time.
Yeah.
So agro-processing becomes an integral part of you finding ways of how do you preserve the things that you've planted so that they can actually be able to take you through the months, Yeah.
Yeah. And let's talk about how do your snack, tell a story, not just of food, but of culture, memory, and of course, adding ancestral wisdom on top of that.
So if when we started the business, essentially, firstly, a little bit of background. Me and my king man had a tuck shop. So we observed a pattern, right? One of our best clients were the children, right? So we observed a pattern that the children, they eat a lot of amashwamshwam, and at some point it was like, it's just probably it's nice and things like that, but at some point it became like a concern, to say it seems like it's something beyond. It's like some kind of addiction also coming into play, where you find the same child can come even 2 times, 3 times, 4 times buying the same kind of thing, So we had to really look deep into the ingredients, to say, do research. What is it that is in this product? Could it be that there's something that's being added within these snacks that are actually making these children to be addicted? And what we found was astonishing, that actually even in some Western countries, some of the ingredients that they use, which are really coded, you find these snacks are coded. If you are a person that studies your food labels and you don't just eat, you'll find that it's words you can't pronounce, and it's coded. It's E552, E221, and then you find out that, these are actually chemicals. So these chemicals, when we eat them, they also rewire how we think. They influence how we behave. So it's the same with our indigenous food. When we connect with it, we connect with our culture. Whether it's something that we are conscious of, or it's something we are subconscious or not even conscious of, because as I said, nutrients are not just food is not just for nutrients. It's also part of our DNA. It's something that's embedded in our genes. It influences how we grow, how our mind functions, how we behave, certain foods, like with us, for instance, Bobo Shanti culture, which is part of Rastafari. There's certain fruits and vegetables that we don't eat because of how they grow. So like, for instance, your vines, we don't eat the vines because you see how it grows. It grows in like a sleeky way, and then it moves. So it kind of influences how also as a person you would behave. So we are taught that, some of these things, you stay away from them, not because they are not nutritious, but because they influence some of your behavior. So you want to more live in, as a Bobo Shanti person, a straight and narrow way, and not find yourself creeping and crawling and certain things like that. So some of those things is things that you would like say, but no, but when you give it a deeper meaning, you're like, it kind of makes sense, So I think that's how it kind of shapes and molds into culture, into tradition of how food meets how we live, it becomes one thing, Yes, it's the same with anything, the water that we drink, the air that we breathe, the sun, everything, it's at play. All these things are in motion and kind of influence how, we live as people, as creatures, because it's not only influences us as a people, but also animals also. If you look at animals that eat plants, they behave, herbivores, they behave differently than animals that eat other animals. So you see, everything becomes at play in terms of how food influences your culture. Does it make you subtle? Does it make you like a lion? Everything is at play, So I think it's part and parcel of the culture itself, the food that you eat. But most importantly, when you lose those foods, essentially you're also losing very key minerals that were meant for you, because even in the Western countries they have their indigenous foods. There's indigenous foods even there. Then we have our own indigenous foods. So when they come to eat our foods, for instance, it affects them in a different way. So essentially they adopt certain characters that African people have because they're eating African foods. So you can imagine if we are also eating European foods, that essentially it means there's certain European characters that we start also adopting because we are eating a European food or Chinese foods or Asian foods, or you understand? So that's why I say it's part and parcel of the culture itself. Even the planting, how we also plant, because it's not just about the finished product. It comes from the beginning, from the seed itself, and how it grows and how it's nurtured. You know, how do we water? You know, what kind of water do we use? You know, and also do we nourish our plants with love, not just with compost and this and that. You know, also those dynamics are also at play, because also there's when we create, there's also emotions that are also embedded in this food. So when it's poured in with love, essentially when you receive it, you also receive the love. So you can imagine if during the slavery times, black people used to work and be beaten, and essentially we take that food and eat it. It kind of also affects you know, our emotional state and our health as well, you know, because emotions also affect, you know, it's like a demon, you know, like anger and stress, and then your heart starts palpitating, and you know, some of these diseases are actually influenced by emotions, how you feel, you know, because if you linger on the same emotion for a long period of time and it's negative, you can imagine it can even trigger a certain a sickness in you. So
lastly, we know that we cannot let you go without you know, going through all of these products right here. What do we have, and what are the benefits, of course, of you know, the product?
Okay, so I'm gonna start from my left. Let me start from my left. So here we've got cranberry muesli, right? And we've added some cranberries, you know, some spices. So it's got your moringa, it's got your baobab, you know, it's got your lemon zest, it's got your coconut. So it's very rich for a healthy, wholesome breakfast. Here, as I said, we collaborate with a local farmer in Tinasonke who plants kale. So we take kale from them. Kale is very rich. It's even more potent than spinach. So our greens are very good for us to be able to take to boost you know, nutrients like vitamin B12 that you don't find in other foods. Essentially your body needs 102 different minerals. So here we have sea moss gel, which is a gift from the waters, from the ocean. So we've got two flavors here. I think this one is the original one, and here we have got a cranberry one. So essentially this has 92 minerals out of the 102 minerals that you need. So by taking this daily, already you have much of the minerals that you need. 1 spoon in the morning and take it with some water. You can also incorporate it into your porridge, into your smoothies, and into your dishes. Favorite. And then we've got here hibiscus tea, which is an edible flower. So you see that minerals are diverse. It's not just herbs, trees, also flowers also have their nutrients. Like so it's good for heart health, it's good for indigestion, it's also good for metabolism. So essentially ladies that want to lose weight also tend to lean towards a hibiscus a lot. You can infuse it in your tea, in your water, or also you can use it as a food coloring. So if you want to turn any dish into like a reddish color, you can essentially do that as well. As you see how we've done, the sea moss essentially looks like this, but because we've added added hibiscus. We've kind of used it as also a natural colorant, but also infusing the nutrients that come with it as well. And then we've got dried pineapple.
Okay.
Dried pineapple is not only just a snack, it can also be used as medicine. So it's got cancer-fighting properties, but essentially what you need to do, you drink it warm. So your pineapple, you make pineapple tea, and then it also gives you a lot of vitamins. So it's good for children, but not only, as I said, as a snack. You can also make your pineapple drinks so that they can drink it on the go. And then here I've got a baobab candy. And baobab, this is how the baobab looks. Naturally, it's an indigenous African tree, the mother tree, umtimkulu. So it's very rich in nutrients. It has been used in diverse ways for culinary purposes, where you find that in the ancient we would use the leaves, we would use the fruit, and the flowers, so it's very diverse, and the bark and the root have got more stronger medicinal purposes, but it boosts the immune system. It's very rich in minerals as well. So you can essentially be able to give this as candy to your children. This one we've sourced it from Umamtidi, who is the owner of B. Mary, who is the baobab queen. But also we also make baobab candy with hibiscus as well. And then here I've got dried apples with moringa. Moringa is also an indigenous plant or tree that's got a lot of minerals as well. So for people who struggle with nutritional deficiencies, they can also lean towards moringa as well. So here we've infused it to the fruit, because remember, people tend to shy away from herbs sometimes. So we had to find a creative way, as I was talking about creativity, of infusing snacks with indigenous plants, so that people can actually be able to enjoy the snack, but also benefit from the nutrients and the herbal properties that are in there. And then here I've got from Green Heart Pharmacy, moringa leaf powder. So this, you can add it to your smoothies. It's got 92 minerals as well, similar to sea moss. So it's an immune booster. It also detox. It's a blood cleanser. So this one is very good, and also for Rabobaba as well. It's very good for them to incorporate this, because also, as much as we women, we find ourselves being the carriers and the life bearers, Abobaba, they also carry us. They carry the whole family, and then we find that as they grow older, they have a lot of health problems, of which most of them, they will hide it because they don't want to be seen as sick, as not available, as not strong enough to fulfill their role. So it's very important for Abobaba Guti bazinakekele. So this herb is also good to be able to to strengthen the bones, strengthen the heart as well. And then here, of course, as part of our morning breakfast range, we also have the moringa infused sorghum. It's ready to eat. You pour water. So in the morning, your children, when they go to school, essentially can be able to prepare this for them so that they can have the energy they need for the day. It's also been infused with some delicious fruity flavors so that it can actually be nice for them. And then here we've got mixed dried fruits. That's got dried apples, dried bananas with coconut, some pears, as well as pineapples. So that's a mixed fruit that gives you a little bit of everything. Right there on the corner, I've got an amazing gift box. So what we've done here is also another collaboration. This one is it's for the kings. It's the king's gift box. So what it has, it's got the moringa tonic in there for Rabobaba Guti Bagwazi ukuziqinisa, and then it's got some peanuts, which is actually from my son, who is the peanut master under his brand Amankinati by Aminati Amlag. That's his peanuts. And then we've got a baobab candy, which boosts energy as well as vitality at the bottom. And then we also have moringa seed. So moringa seed is actually quite amazing. It's very amazing. So it's good for men's health. It's good for prostate health. That's why we've included it especially for this gift box, Eyabo Baba. And then also moringa seed is also a water purifier. So if we've got an area that is having issues with amanzi angekho clean, it's able to assist with that. And then we've got Toka Essentials products Lapo, which is the beard oil and also the beard cream. A lady that does agro processing as well. So abo baba bayinakekela intshebe zabo ziqhame ziqhakaze kube kuhle zingahlaba bomama. And then that one is for her.
It's for her, right?
Yes. So for her, we've got also yoni pearls from Toka Essentials at the top, and then we've got hibiscus tea, which is also good for womb health, and then we've got some dried lemons. Yes, abo my sister, abo mama bafunuk slima. So we're hooking you up there, and then we also have baobab candy, and then at the back you can't really see it. We also have moringa fruit roll there, and as well as some dried banana with a lot of potassium and fiber. For the ladies there. So that's his and hers. Maubambe ngapha baba umama bambe ngapha yonke into iyabalansa yabona sibalansa nekungabi khona olekhiso omunye. So because that's really essentially how we build, you know. We can't look at it from one perspective. And then here singabashiya abantwana nabo mele sibabalance kungabalance umama kubalance ubaba bese abantwana bayaleka. So this is for is kaftina. So what we do, we have what we call Nandi's value pack. So what we do with the Mnandi's value pack is 30 packs inside a box. Essentially, it can be able to last the child the whole month. So we can mix and match it. As you see, there's the baobab candy, the pineapple, the apple, there's bananas, and then there's also a moringa fruit roll. So what we do, we put 30 packs in there, and then we agwazi ukuthi umntwana ungamfakela iskaftina or magaye jimini, magaye udlala ibhola or whatsoever. The child has a healthy snack for them to be energized through the day. So that's a 30 pack eyama snack for umntana. So the whole family really essentially is covered by different ital snacks as well as herbal healing products as well. Then I wanted to do a demo. I just want to show you. Please pass me. Here I've got like a day starter basically. So it's got hibiscus at the bottom. It's got some of the baobab. It's got a little bit of dried lemon, cinnamon sticks. So what you do in the morning or the night before, you simply just pour in some water so that you can let it infuse. And
the flavors
essentially you don't have to go and buy flavored water. You just give it a moment. Uyayekela laphayana. Uyayibona idlala dlale ngamakhala idlala dlale infuse ama flavors, and then you have your water. You can carry that through the day. You know that you're sipping on some nutrients. Amanzi man, it doesn't mean ukuthi amanzi funeka be boring and plain. Let's add man flavor nyana, nutrients. You know, kube mnandi man, ungasale sekuba amanzi akumangalela kujamele. So that's what it's about really. And then we also have a drink infusion box, which really what I've put in there is what comes in the box. So in the box we have the dried pineapple, we have cinnamon sticks, we have hibiscus, we've got dried citruses, and we've got the apple. So these things you can make tea. Iti man sesikhathele. You know, angifuna ukubiza amagama wama brands. Khathele la wamatia la wayana, you know. You know mosi la bayana man esikhathele yibo. Angifuna ukubabiza ngamagama. So we can essentially be able to actually drink tea that is going to vitalize us, give us energy through the day. So that's what the tea or the drink infusion box or the tea lovers box is for. Really, we are going to infuse amanzi for abantu abathanda boma cocktail mocktail nabo they are able to do that. As you see, the water is changing. Nayo leyo cocktail yakho phela ayibe nibe ne life man ningasale seyimangalela abantu laphayana basevayo. So yeah, it's essentially about the creativity. That's why we go out of our way to make everything to be, well packaged and special. We pour love into it and make sure everyone that touches this essentially gets the love and the healing that they need in order for them to, preserve their life and let's live. Mabaphila abantu.
Exactly. With that being said, lastly, if people want to get in touch with you on social media, where can they find you?
Okay, so you can get in touch with us. We are on Instagram, we are on TikTok, we are on Facebook under the name African with a Q _ indigenous without the O. So it's us as in like mina nawe, US. So and then _ snacks. So it's African with a Q _ indigenous without the O, indigenous, right? _ snacks. So African indigenous snacks. So that's Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and then also on LinkedIn it's African Indigenous Enterprise. So essentially through trademarking purposes and also to celebrate the Q there, yes, utamata, umvelingangi, Kadamawe. So the Q also has like the C in it, So we've kind of used things up to make it like that. So abantu bangalahlekelwa iyo masiti African, it's African with a Q. And then essentially you can also order directly through us on 078 912 5468. So that's how people can get a hold of us. Follow us on social media, check out our posts, see some of the educational content that we do, some of the engagement that we do, so that we can get in touch. That's 078 912 5468.
Nicely. Before we let you go, some of the questions came through on the comment section from Madam Lee saying, quick question, what are the physical benefits of praying over food before consuming it?
Please say that again.
What are the physical benefits of praying over food before consuming it?
That's correct. Okay. I think it's a very important. Anything that we do, even before we came here, we had to pray. Even before we start the show, we have to pray. So essentially, everything we do, we lead it with prayer, so that we can be able to bless. So that any kind of, I would say, wicked device, or anything that is not good that is within this food here, essentially can be removed. By the power of the word. Hence, the word created. So hence the word can also heal. So I think that's also very important. I think a lot of clients that come to me, particularly people who are sick, because there's a difference with indulging in snacks for niceness and so forth. And some people are actually sick and they are seeking, alternatives. They've tried Western medicine and it hasn't helped them, and they are seeking more natural African herbs to be able to heal. I always say, pray over your herbs, even your water. Pray over your water, because especially herbs, we tend to mix herbs a lot with water, and water also has got like a very high vibration. So if you pray for your water, you infuse it with whatever herbs you infuse it with, and then you drink it, essentially it plays a very vital healing role. So I definitely support that. You have to be able to pray for your food, pray while you're preparing your food, even pray for your hands that prepare the food. So yes, prayer is very much key in part and parcel of protecting us in everything that we do, not just food. When we travel, as we see everything that is happening within our roads, within our space, pray for your children as well. So essentially prayer is like also the foundation to be able to honor the Most High and to call your people. But sometimes they can sit and chill, So when you call them, walk work with me, I'm going somewhere, open the way, and then there's certain portals that open when you do that. Same with your consumption. When you pray for your water, when you pray for your snacks, there's certain portals. It's able to reach where it must reach, because remember, food also listens to the messages. Remember, we have cells. So cells also, when you drink a certain herb, will say, okay, you've got diabetes, but you don't know that you're lacking iron, because the diabetes is shouting. The lack of iron, you don't really see it. But when you eat a herb that's truly made for you, it's able ukuthi mayingena ngaphakathi kuwe iye nakuleza indawo ekufuneke iye kuzo. So that's why you must eat things that are made for you. So essentially it can be able to read your cells and be able to channel it la fanele iye khona.
Yeah.
That's right.
Empress, thank you so much for your time. Thank you. We wish to have you once again. And the knowledge, of course, that you have given us, we wish to dive deep. But you know that time is not on our side. But thank you so much for taking your time to be with us.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
Yeah.
And yes, I look forward to come forward again and be able to continue the conversation, you know. Akupheli nje, uxoxa akupheli, you know.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So gratitude and give thanks to everyone who has listened. And let's continue to heal ourselves.
Yeah.
Let's continue to bless everything that we do. And also, one of the key things that are important is the mindset, you know, before we do anything. The mindset, you know, positive mindset. Pour words of life to yourself.
Yeah.
Speak life to yourself. Speak life to your children.
Yeah.
Speak life into everything that you do. When you're going for that interview, when you're doing a certain work, speak life into that. Then you just see everything just unfolds how it must naturally align into place.
Yeah.
So give thanks.
Exactly.
Blessed love.
Mabaphila bantu. That's how we do right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. 5 minutes past 10. It is the time. What we're going to do right now is to love and leave you. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. Take care.
Living for weekends, wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. Finally, I always daydreaming, never imagined I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how